Live from the P3 Magic Theater in the heart of Columbus, Ohio, it's the Penguin Magic 2025 Star-Studded Holiday Spectacular. Tonight, expect the impossible, the unbelievable, and the completely unexpected, featuring special guests Greg Petty, America's favorite mentalist Oz Perlman, from Netflix, Justin Willman, AGT winner Shin Lim, and Michael Amar. Comedy and sketches by the Penguin Magic Primetime Players. Now, here's your host, Eric Tate.
Thank you so much for coming out. Yes! Hello and welcome to the Penguin Magic 2025 Holiday Spectacular. I am Eric Tate. I am your host this evening. We have a star-studded event tonight. We've brought in some of the best magicians in the world to teach some incredible magic tonight. I'm talking, you've seen him on 60 Minutes, Joe Rogan. He's one of America's favorite mentalists. Oz Perlman is going to be here tonight. He needs no introduction, but you've seen him on the Magic Prank Show, Magic for Humans. He is one of the most popular touring magicians in the world. Justin Willman is going to be teaching us some magic tonight. He's a FISM Award winner, two-time America's Got Talent winner, and he has his own show at the Venetian in Las Vegas. Shin Lim is going to be teaching us magic tonight. And he needs absolutely no introduction because he is the one who started teaching all of us magic from the very beginning. But the GOAT himself, Michael Amar, is going to be teaching some magic tonight. Are you guys excited? Before all of that, we're going to kick things off with somebody who needs no introduction, but we're going to introduce him anyway. He is the hardest working magician on both sides of the Atlantic. He wakes up and releases more magic projects before breakfast than most magicians come up with their entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Greg Petty. Craig, get on out here.
Hello. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much. Hello. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. I've got some great stuff to share with you. Now, for those of you that maybe haven't seen my material before, here's the thing. I work in the real world for real people. And so the stuff I do has to work. In other words, I'm not going to be showing you tricks where you have to stand on one leg, look at a 90-degree angle, and it works in just one particular environment. This is stuff that you can literally do immediately after leaving this lecture. The one other thing I'll tell you is I love taking classics of magic. I love taking stuff that people have forgotten about. You know that trick that you buy because you have to have it because everybody tells you that's the trick that you have to have. And then what happens, you put it in your bottom drawer and you leave it there and you forget about it and you've never done anything with it. I like to take that stuff and actually work out things to do with it. And that's what you're going to see a lot of tonight, at least from me. Does that sound good? Yeah. Cool. And I'm going to start off. I love your body language. I'm not going to get me Magic Boy. I'm watching everything. How's it going, buddy? What's your name?
Jay.
Hey, how's it going? We've met before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had. How's it going? You okay? It was the glasses. It confused me, but you're looking good. We're going to start with the card trick. This is actually one of my favorite card tricks. Never shared it with magicians until now. And the cool thing is, it uses a regular deck of cards. Before I begin, you can give those a shuffle for me. In fact, I say it uses a deck of cards. It doesn't. It actually only uses one card. I'll explain why in a minute, but there's a rule in magic. You must have heard of this rule. Never tell the audience what's going to happen before you do the trick. Because if I tell you what's going to happen, you're going to be watching really carefully, right? I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I have a wallet right here, and I'm going to try and get a card that you're going to pick, and you're going to sign, and it's going to appear inside this wallet. Okay? I'm even going to tell you how it works. It's going to use misdirection. Have you guys heard of misdirection before? It means making you look somewhere else, which is why inside this wallet, I actually have a card and it says misdirection on it on both sides. This is a physical embodiment of misdirection. You right there, sir. How you doing?
Good.
Have a check a look at that. Make sure it's okay. Yeah. Have you shuffled the cards? Yeah. Spread them out so you can see them. I can see them. This is not a trick where I have to find a card. Take any one out that you want. That's the one you're going to sign. We're going to put the rest away. You happy with that one? So on the face of the card, you're going to write your name, nice big letters. The rest of the cards go away. We only use one card for this. One card and one card only, other than the misdirection card. Are we done? Very good. I'll take the pen back because that's how I got it. Lovely. Fantastic. And give me the card. So, a 4 of diamonds from a pack that you shuffled. Can everyone see the 4 of diamonds? Yep. With your name on it. So to be clear, this is what's going to happen. Your 4 of diamonds is going to appear right there in this wallet, but you, my friend, are going to hold on to the wallet. You're going to hold on to everything. If that happened, would that be good enough to get a big round of applause to start this holiday special? Now, here's what we do. Can I take the misdirection card back? Did you check it out? Is it okay? Yeah, sure. That starts off life right there inside the wallet. Your card starts off right there. Hold your hand out for me. Put your other hand on top. I'm not going to go near the wallet. I don't need to. I have to get this card into that wallet. This is a difficult thing to do. You guys are magicians. You know what card to wallet is. Normally, you're going to have to sneak it in. You're going to have to palm it out. I can't do that. So the only way to do that is to try and make your card change places with the misdirection card. I know. But hang on a minute. Lift up your hand. I've been nowhere near it, but now inside the wallet, there's 1 card and 1 card only. Hold your hand out flat. Don't turn it over just yet, because this is the moment where they're going to go crazy. If that's your card and you were holding onto this wallet the whole time, they're going to go nuts. Turn it over. Show them. Tell them. There's the card. There's the misdirection card. That's a souvenir. And that is the trick. Thank you very much. I will need them back for a little bit, purely because I'm going to explain it, but then you can have them. So I love this trick, right? I love card to wallet. Put your hand in the air if you've done card to wallet before. It gets an incredible reaction, right? I love this version for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's a regular deck. Not only that, there's not only one card in play. You can do it with just 1 card. There's no sleight of hand at all. There's no palming. There's no card control. There's nothing like that. You're telling them that you're going to do what you say, and then you do it, and you have that lovely moment where the misdirection card turns into their card. It gives it a real visual moment that kind of punctuates when the magic happens. It's an instant reset. It's lovely. And it uses a wallet that I'm pretty sure we've all bought at one point or another, and none of us use. It uses the old Z Fold wallet. Now, be honest with me, put your hand in the air if you've got a Z Fold wallet. If I asked you to come up here and do a trick with it now, who would? It's one of those things that you just put in your drawer, right? And you never use it, right? Every magician gets told at the beginning of their career, you have to buy a Z Fold wallet. It's one of these things you have to buy, right? Why? Don't know. Right? This is amazing. I love this routine. So for those of you that don't know, a Z Fold wallet, that's the reason it's a Z Fold wallet. It's like a Himba wallet, Z Fold wallet. It's a switching wallet, okay? Now, to do this trick, it's very, very easy. I put a credit card on each side just so it looks like an actual wallet. That's just, you can do that, obviously. But the most important thing is the gimmicks that you need for this. I say gimmicks, they're not really gimmicks. You're going to need a double blank card that you write misdirection on both sides. Okay? And then you're going to need a card with a back that's got a blank face, and you write misdirection on that one. Make sure that it's written in approximately the same way. If this is in red ink and this is in blue ink, it's kind of shit. Right? So make sure that they're written the same way. That's it. Now, all you do is, in one side of the Z Fold wallet, you put your double blank card. In the other side, you put this one, but with the back showing. That's it. You're ready to go anytime you want to. This is a great routine to do at the end of a routine. You've already done a trick, you put the rest of the cards away, because you really do only use 1 card for this. How many card routines do you know where there's only 1 card in play? How many card to wallets can you think of where there's only 1 card in play, right? So you have the card signed. I'm a big fan of hook lines. What I say to the audience to grab their attention, to hook them in. And I love the hook line here. Hey, I'm going to, the rule of magic, you don't tell people what's going to happen ahead of time. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It now gets them interested in what you're doing, what you're saying, right? So you reach into your pocket, you bring out your wallet. Now, I'm just going to stop for 1 second, because I say there's no sleight of hand. There is one piece of sleight of hand, if you want to call it that, which is turning the wallet over secretly. Okay? Now, most of the time, if you ask most people to turn over a Z Fold wallet secretly, they're going to turn the wallet over like that and pick it up later on. The best way to do a secret turnover of a wallet was taught on a DVD called Decades by Mark Mason. We all know Mark Mason from JB Magic. He brought out a DVD about 20 years ago called Decade. And he taught a brilliant way to do a turnover of a wallet. I'm going to show it you. So I've just took out one of the cards. So I've got 1 card on this side, and this side I've got nothing, right? Let me show you the turnover. It just looks like I show both sides of the wallet. And in that action, I've turned it over. But look at that, look. show both sides of the wallet, and I've turned it over. It's an amazing move, right? Can I quickly show you how that works? Because it's super simple. It's a little bit like a paddle move, right? So you hold the wallet as if you're dealing a deck of cards. The thumb here is going to do all the work. So you're going to do 2 turnovers. Because there's 2 ways to turn over a wallet. You can either rotate your wrist, or you can push with your thumb. Those are the 2 ways to turn a wallet over. Now, all you're going to do here, remember I've got this side up, my thumb goes under the wallet, and I'm going to flip it over like that. But as I flip it over, I'm turning my wrist. Now, if you do it slowly, you can see there's two moves. But if I just do it like that, it just looks like I'm rotating my wrist. The larger action of turning your wrist over hides the smaller action of the thumb turning the wallet over. So when I do this, I haven't really turned the wallet over. So when I do this, from their point of view, I'm turning it back. But in reality, I'm actually turning the wallet over, even though I didn't turn the wallet over and they thought they did earlier on when I didn't. I'm good at this explaining stuff, aren't I? Basically, you just turn it over when they're not looking. But that's it. Now do it. You don't want to do it too quickly, else it looks suspicious. You don't want to do it too slowly. And don't do this sort of thing. Now, the way I disguise it is I point to somewhere. So I'll point to there as I do it. That's my gesture, right? So going back to the routine, you bring out the wallet, and I hand this card out to somebody while this card is being selected and signed, okay? So, now you've done this, I have to put this card into the wallet. I have to justify putting the card into the wallet. So my justification here is showing, remember my hook line is I'm going to tell you what's going to happen ahead of time. That justifies me putting this card in the wallet. So I say what's going to happen is your card is going to go into the wallet like that, and you won't see it happen because of misdirection. Now when I open up the wallet, it looks like nothing's changed. But now, I've already got the card in the wallet. I've already done the bloody trick. The rest of it is just fluff, really. So now I take the misdirection card back. I put that inside this compartment. I close it up. And I say, do me a favor, can you hold your hand out? And I do the same turnover as I say, hold your hand out. So they hold their hand out, and I put the wallet in their hands. The wallet goes in between their hand. You don't have to, you can put it on the table, but I love putting it in between their hand. It adds an extra layer of impossibility, if that makes sense. So now, normally when you do a card to wallet, this is the other reason I love this routine. Normally when you do a card to wallet, there is no moment of magic. Normally the card goes in the deck somewhere, and then you show a wallet later on and the card's in there. You don't, the vanish is implied. It's implied that you've vanished it. You go, look, I'm going to put the card in the deck, and now it's implied that it's vanished. But here, you actually see the moment that that card turns into the misdirection card. And all you're doing is the old Through the Fist Flourish by Vernon. So if you don't know that, you put the card on the fingertips, rotate your wrist and push with your thumb. You do that twice. And then the third time, you put it on the palm, and you push with your thumb. And it just turns the card over. But when you do it like that, it really looks quite magical. It really does look like it's turned into the misdirection card. Now, I want to have this card examined at the end, and I can't at the moment because of that. And I want to have it examined at the end. So, here's what I do. I hold the card like this. I have them lift up their hand, and I take the wallet off them. This is an amazing moment. To a room full of magicians, not so much, but to a layperson, when they see that, when a second ago this was in the wallet, it's an incredible moment. So what I do now is I say, hold your hand out, and I put this onto their hand. And notice I'm using the misdirection card. I don't want to put this card down, because if I put it down, I've got no reason to pick it back up again. The most important thing when you're performing magic is justifying every single move. When you're doing any sort of routine, think about what you're doing. If I put that down, I've got no reason to pick it up. So what's the solution? I just don't put it down. Instead, I use it to just take this card out. They hold their hand out, I put it here, and I say, don't turn it over just yet. And I build this up for 2 reasons. One, it allows me to put this back inside here for a second as I'm talking, and I say, think about this for a minute. If that was your card, would that be good? It's building the moment up so I get the round of applause when it happens. But the other thing is it allows me to put that in there, and I say, now you're going to turn it over, and if that's your card, they're going to go crazy. I do the turnover again now, which means that when they turn that over, I get the round of applause, and I just open this up. I take this card out. I don't say, and you can examine that. I just drop it in there with them, and I just put this away, and I've done an amazing card to wallet. The cool thing is I give this misdirection card away. So when I'm done, I give them both cards. And what I do is I take with me at a gig, I've got like in my top pocket, I've got like 10 double blank cards with misdirection on both sides. You don't have to. If you want to be tight, you can just give them the card. You don't have to give them the misdirection card, but I think it's quite nice to do that. And that's the routine. If you don't give the misdirection card away, you can just put it back into this side of the wallet and you're automatically reset. To reset the trick, you just put that there, and as you walk away to the next table, you just flip that over. So it's instantly reset. The majority of it is examinable, not the wallet, but there's no heat on the wallet. It's a regular deck. There's only one card in play. It's very easy and it's very, very magical. There you go.
Craig, we don't often have live audiences in here, and so I just, especially for the lectures, because it's mostly a closed shoot these days, so actually we have a microphone that we're going to get. If somebody could raise their, if anyone wants to ask a question, actually you, sir, would you mind, if you've got a question, go for it right now.
So what do you do if you don't have a Z-fold wallet? Like a bifold or a money clip and not a Z-fold?
All right, let's move on to the next trick, Craig. Thank you so much. We'll come back around to questions a little bit later. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was very kind of you. But,
yeah, your insight was amazing. I appreciate that.
Let's move on.
Come to Columbus, they said. Be a good idea, they said. Okay. Did you guys enjoy that first one? Yeah. Oh, good. This is a trick that I'm about to show you in a minute that everybody knows. As soon as I bring these props out and I put them on the table, everybody knows what this is, right? Everybody knows what this is. I'm going to perform my multiplying bottles routine for you now. I'm telling you right now, this for the last year has been the closer in my show. And I've taught it to one other person in England, and he basically threatened me not to teach it. I love this trick. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to perform it for you, and then we can just talk a little bit about it very quickly, okay? But can I perform it for you first? Would that be all right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so look, thank you. Here's the thing, right? There's something that's happening in the world these days that everybody is obsessed about. You can't have a conversation without getting into this subject, and that's AI. Who's had a conversation with somebody in the last week, either online or in person, about AI? Happened in the car on the way here. I was literally just sitting there and the subject came up. And I'll tell you, magicians are terrified, not just magicians, most entertainers are terrified about AI. They're worried that they're going to lose their jobs. They're worried that in 3 years' time, it's not going to be me standing here performing for you, it's going to be a robot. That's not the case. I promise you that's not the case. In fact, I actually think AI could create a magic trick. I think magic creators could use AI to create a magic trick. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I thought what we'd try and do here live at the P3 Theatre is actually try and get AI to create a magic trick. Does that sound like a good idea? Because you say, yeah, I think it's, thank you, very excited. Thank you very much. I have ChatGPT on my phone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a prompt. See, I'm into all this AI stuff. Prompt. I'm going to give it a prompt, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get it to create a trick live in front of us using a couple of tubes. I should tell you what's underneath. I have a glass over here, and I have a bottle over here. I've got a box over here. And what we'll try and do is we'll try and get ChatGPT, AI, to create a trick, and we'll see if the trick's any good. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
Perfect. So hang on a minute. Let's give it the prompt. Okay. Okay, hey ChatGPT. I'm here at the P3 Theatre in Columbus in front of a live audience. And we're going to try and create a trick live on stage using 2 tubes, a bottle, and a glass, and a box. Could you help me, please?
You would like to learn a trick with 2 tubes, a bottle, and a glass?
Yes, please. Yes, I would. Yeah.
No problem. Let's call this the bottle and glass trick.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, good name.
You're welcome.
I was being sarcastic.
In this trick, the bottle and the glass will change places.
Okay, that sounds great. Bottle and glass can change places. Very good.
For this trick, you will need 2 tubes, a bottle, a glass, and a box. You have all that, right?
That was literally in the prompt I just gave you. Yes, I have all of that. Yes, we are good. Can we move on, please?
Start by showing the audience a glass under one tube and a bottle under the other tube.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have 2 tubes. Underneath this tube, we have a glass, and underneath this tube, we have a bottle. We have a bottle and a glass. Done. What's next?
Very impressive so far.
Thank you.
Now, tell the audience you're going to show them an amazing trick.
You are going to see an amazing trick.
Excellent. Now begin the trick. Remove the bottle from under the tube and put it away in the box. Tell the audience you're getting rid of the bottle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take this bottle from over here in this tube. I'm going to put it over here into this box. Gone.
Of course. What the audience doesn't realize is that you never really took the bottle away. You just pretended to take it away.
What? You didn't tell me that. How was I supposed to
You
know?
should have used sleight of hand and palmed it back into the tube. You did that, right?
How big do you think my hands are? No, you stupid machine. I didn't do.
If you didn't palm the bottle, you'll have to start again.
Fine. We'll start again. Ladies and gentlemen, the trick with a bottle and a glass. We're starting again. Move on. What's next?
Tell the audience you're going to show them an amazing trick.
Potentially, you might see an amazing trick. All right.
Then remove the bottle and put it away in the box.
Okay, but to be clear, am I actually putting it into the box?
This time, actually take the bottle away and hide it.
Got it. Okay. Bottle over here into the box.
Perfect.
It's hidden.
Now, did you sneak it back into the tube?
No! No, I didn't! You didn't tell me to!
Yes. But once you take it away, you're supposed to palm it back into the tube without the audience noticing.
I can't do that! My hands are too full! Stupid,
I
stupid!
understand.
No, you don't. You don't understand.
Let's start again.
We're going to start again with a bottle and a glass. Starting again. Move on. What now?
Tell the audience you're going to show them an amazing trick.
You're going to see a trick.
Now
Yep.
take the bottle and put it in the box.
Okay, to be clear, am I taking the bottle and putting it into the box?
Yes, put
Right.
it in the box.
And am I palming it out afterwards?
No.
Brilliant. Okay, here we go. Bottle goes into the box. Okay, I've put the bottle into the box.
Good. Now, this is the clever part. Take your cloak of invisibility and put it on. Walk over to the tube, place the bottle inside, and then remove the cloak. The audience will not see this happening.
What are you talking about? This is not Harry Potter. I don't have a cloak of invisibility. That is stupid. There is no such thing. Are you listening? Hello? What do you mean thinking? Nothing to think about. I don't have a cloak of
Do you
invisibility.
not have a cloak of invisibility?
I said I don't have a cloak of invisibility! No!
Would you like me to suggest another method?
Go ahead.
Okay, take the bottle from the box and return it to the tube.
Taking the bottle from the box, putting it back under the tube. Done.
Do you think the audience would have noticed you doing that?
Yes, they did. I told them.
So that's not a valid method?
No! It's not!
Thinking.
What are you thinking about? Look, please. Hello? Hello?
Thanks for your patience.
Not being
I have
pa-
other methods.
Okay, before we begin, what are the other methods? Hello?
Fairy dust.
Not a thing, no.
No? Right, Woogle dust.
Doesn't exist.
Magic dust.
Same thing.
David Blaine?
Doesn't even make sense.
Get the audience drunk?
At this point, yes.
Turn the lights off?
No!
Trapdoor.
That works. Trapdoor. Let's do that. What do we do?
Take the bottle and place it in the box.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. You sure? Bottle goes into the box. Done. Bottle's in the box.
Let the bottle fall through the trapdoor in the table.
There's no trapdoor in the table! That wasn't a thing in
Oh,
the...
you don't have a trapdoor.
No, that wasn't in the prompt. I haven't got a trapdoor. There's no trapdoor in the table.
That would be a problem.
Do you think?
Should we start again?
Fine, we're going to start again with a bottle and a glass. Right. What is this trick meant to do? What's the purpose of this trick?
What's meant to happen in this trick?
Yeah, what's meant to happen in the trick?
The bottle and the glass change places.
Right, fine. Don't need your help. I'll do it myself. I can do it myself. Don't need you, ChatGPT.
But how will you perform the trick without my help?
Magic. Shut up. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a bottle and I have a tube. The bottle goes over here. Over here, underneath this tube, I have a glass. On the count of 3, I would like everyone to shout change places as loud as they can. And hopefully, we can make the magic happen. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Change places!
Amazing. And now we have a glass over here. We have a bottle over here. They've changed places. Thank you very, very much. Yes. You suck, AI. Don't need you. What?
Processing.
What?
Processing.
What?
Processing. I hate you.
Oh, shut up. So, there you go. That's my multiplied bottles routine. Thank you. I have had people, since I've put this into my show, I've had people ring me up and book me because they said, are you the guy that does the thing with the AI? Let me tell you why I love it. And first of all, by the way, anyone that's watching this, which is everybody hopefully, down below, I've given you a PDF script and the full audio file that I created for this whole thing. So you're going to be, it took us so long to put this audio file together, it took so long to put this routine together, but you're going to have everything. So you can literally take that audio file, learn the script. This is a 7 or an 8 minute routine that you can put straight into your show. And it's so current. It's so current. Everybody, there's hardly anything to talk about with this because we all know multiplying bottles, but very quickly, let me just go through the structure and what I love about this. So first of all, I've seen so many amazing magicians do multiplying bottles. Nick LaCapo, for example, does it amazingly. My problem with it, every single version, is that the most magical part for an audience, I think, is when the bottle and the glass change places. And I think that when the bottles appear afterwards, it kind of becomes a little bit of a gag. Mm-hmm. What I love about this is the strongest moment, which is the bottle and the glass changing places, is the moment that kind of is at the end. That's the finale. The other thing is I love the whole let's start again. It feels like there's only 2 bottles in play, even though we know they're not. Now, the starting point for this was 2 routines. The first routine is Morgan & West's restarting bottle. If you've not seen it, it's in their book Parlor Tricks.
Great book.
It's an amazing trick. My son and my daughter do it in their show. The problem with it is you have to be a double act. There is no way of doing it. It was perfect for Morgan & West, not so perfect for me. The structure of this routine is based on the restarting bottle. I'll start again. That's the structure. Obviously, the other part of this is the Vanishing Bandana. Vanishing Bandana is a classic. I think we look down on Vanishing Bandana because it's been done to death. But that concept of teaching the audience a trick and listening to a trick being taught, it's timeless. And obviously, Scott Alexander had a version years ago that was ringing a joke hotline, and he did it with the drink in the shoe. This fits that Vanishing Bandana premise perfectly, but by using AI instead of an audio track teaching you the trick, it becomes very current. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. The other thing about this is it works for every audience. I do this in corporates. I do this in kids shows. I do this in family shows. It works for every audience. Now, very quickly, just to go through the structure, because it's slightly different to any other multiplying bottle routine that you've seen. So I love the fact that this will literally, I can walk in and do an 8 minute routine with just this. So the bottles I'm using are TCC's multiplying bottles. I think they're the best. I only use 1 stack of 4. So this stack here is a stack of 4, and I have a tube covering that one. And then I only have the outer bottle of this one. There's only 1 bottle on this side, okay? And that covers up the glass. The only other thing that you need is a box. This folds flat. I got this from IKEA. So this is like an IKEA box. It folds flat. It's absolutely perfect. So by taking 2 tables, 1 multiplying bottle set, I've got a routine that literally fills a big stage. And the beautiful thing about this is you just learn the script, put the track on your phone, connect it via Bluetooth to whatever speaker you're using, and you are literally good to go. Okay? So from a routining point of view, all you need to know is there's a glass there. The other glass is inside the box. That's it. So you can go back and watch the performance. You can download the audio file if you want to, but the whole idea is the track is designed so that there are pauses. So it's not like anyone's pressing play and stop. You're interacting with it, that you learn the script and you're interacting with the track, if that makes sense. So all I do is I have the multiplying bottles track on here on my files. So all I have to do is just hit play and it's going to do the whole thing, right? So I just let it run. I talk about how I've connected it to the speakers. So I show a bottle over here. I show a glass over here. Step one is you just take the bottle away from the top. I'm just taking the single bottle away. Put it away in the box like this. I just lie it down like this. And then when I say I'll start again, I just come back and I just show the bottle and the glass. And that is an incredible moment. That is Morgan & West restarting bottle. I think that's stronger than making tons of bottles appear. It's like, how did that bottle get back underneath there? It becomes a bigger trick than it actually is. So now you cover it up again. And as per the script, you take the bottle away again. You take the bottle away, you put it away, lay it down, and when it comes back, you do exactly the same thing. You lift up here and you show the bottle, and you lift up here and you show the glass. The third time, you're actually going to take both bottles. So you take both bottles from here, so I'm taking both of them, and I put them over here, and I cover them, I put them directly over the glass. So I'm loading the glass into those two bottles inside the box, which allows me to show this very, very cleanly that there's no glass there, which is great. So rather than having it hidden there from the beginning, I can show that that's empty. And then later on in the script, it says, bring the bottle back. Did they see you bring it back? As you do that, I'm just sneaking that glass underneath that tube at that point. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So now, we're done with that. So now all we have to do is, there's one more moment where you take the bottle out, you put that back over there, and then when it goes over there, you show it's back. Now, there's a moment in the script where it says, very, very near the end, you get to the point where it says, right, okay, I'm going to do this myself. Now, when I say I'm going to do this myself, I'm going to pause as I say I'm going to do this myself, I act like I'm switching ChatGPT off, but I'm just pausing the track. Because after 5 seconds, it's going to say that processing, I hate you, which was added later on. So there's a 5-second gap. So I act like I'm switching ChatGPT off, I put my phone back down again, and this is the moment. And this plays off the fact that a lot of people, when they're having conversations about AI, it never does what we want it to do. Like, it's the most sophisticated thing in the world, but it can't make an image of a person without messing up the spelling or the amount of fingers or something. So it plays on that. It plays on the fact that AI can't do this trick. Don't worry, I'll fix it myself, which gives you this lovely moment at the end from a staging point of view where they can see everything, and obviously you then just lift up and you show the bottle and the glass. And you've done the switch, at which point you go, thank you very much, you take your applause, and I just pick up the phone and I hit play again, so that at the end, after the applause dies out, it's going to go processing, I hate you, and that's a nice ending to the thing, and then you can move on to something else or close your show, which I've been doing for the last 6 months with this. The only other thing I'll say about it is that acting is important. You know, actually rehearse this a few times. You know, you want to act like you're actually getting angry. That makes it funnier. And I love the fact that if you think about Vanishing Bandana, it's all comedy and build up to one magical moment at the end, which is the banana disappearing. With this, there's lots of magic happening throughout the routine, and yet you've still got the comedy and the interesting hook of that same sort of premise. So with just one audio track, which you can get at the bottom of this video, a set of multiplying bottles, and literally a day's rehearsal of the script, you've got an 8 or a 9 minute trick that you can put into your show that will play to hundreds of people easily. So there you go.
Craig, thank you so much. We'll take one quick question from the audience. Yes, sir, you there.
Oh, what do you do if somebody wants to examine the bottles at the beginning of the routine, like before you start?
Okay, that's enough questions for this trick. Thank you so much. Craig, I appreciate you coming all the way from the UK just to teach us a couple of tricks today.
I had a great time.
We'll thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
And everyone, give one more big round of applause for Craig Petty.
Thank you.
The holiday season is coming fast, and for working magicians, that means chaos. Bookings, rehearsals, last-minute shows, it's the busiest time of the year. But this year, skip the burnout. Instead of overworking yourself, why not let the best magician on earth handle half your gigs? Introducing AI Craig Petty, your fully automated, stress-free, AI-powered substitute magician.
Have you ever heard of the Magic Cafe? I want to burn that motherfucker to the ground.
AI Craig Petty performs all the same real routines the real Craig Petty uses at his walk-around gigs.
Michael Weber is a
Built from the ground up using genuine Craig Petty footage, interviews, and voice data, he doesn't just sound like Craig, he is Craig.
Ryland Arthur Petty. I'm going to open up a can of whoop-ass, and it's going to be directed at you.
The only thing more magical than Craig Petty is AI Craig Petty.
Well, we have an absolutely star-studded event for tonight because after Craig Petty, we have another performer coming out here to teach you some wonderful stuff. He was just on 60 Minutes where he blew the minds of all of the reporters. He is one of the original Penguins. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Oz Perlman. Sorry, let's try that one more time so that we have it all together, right? So when I introduce Oz, everybody, ready? Ladies and gentlemen, Oz Perlman. One second. Craig.
Yeah.
Where's Oz?
He just went out.
What do you mean he just went out?
I don't know. Like he said, it'd be 10 minutes, like 10, 15. I think he saw somebody.
This is
It's
live.
like an old friend.
This is live. We're streaming.
But
I
he's
need
gone.
you-
He's gone.
Okay, I'll go find Oz. Can you fill in for him? Just teach him mentalism. Mentalists will believe anything.
Dude, have you seen his shit?
I have.
Look, I'm not a fucking mentalist.
You can.
I can't.
Look,
do
if
that.
Peter
I
Turner
don't-
can be a mentalist, you can be a
I can't be.
mentalist.
I've never been doing this stuff.
You get a trick ready. Come teach it. I'll come.
It's not going to be a mentalism trick.
Okay, fine. Then teach anything. I don't
Anything.
care. Anything.
Okay.
So Oz Perlman is out at the moment. We're going to have Craig come out and teach a trick, and I'll be right back in a little bit with Oz. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Craig Petty!
Hello. Good to see you again. How you guys doing? It feels so long. Good. So, Mike, you enjoying the show? Absolutely. He'll be back in a bit. Hey, we're going to do something. Anybody here learned how to do pickpocketing? Any pickpockets? It's a question that comes up for me all the time. When I perform, people say, hey, you do magic, can you pick someone's pocket? And the answer is yes. Yes, I can. But I kind of pick people's pockets in a very different way to what you've probably seen before. Would you like a demonstration of this? I need somebody who has a credit card on them or something. You, sir, you look rich. What's your name?
Wayne.
Wayne, do you have like a credit card on you or something? Great, Wayne, come on up. Everyone's going to give you a big round of applause. You stand over there, Wayne. Wonderful. Thank you. This is Wayne, everybody. This is Wayne. Yeah, look, here's the thing. Normally, when you see a pickpocket, what they'll do is they'll literally take your stuff. But it relies on misdirection. We talked about misdirection earlier on. You have your pocket picked because you don't know it's going to happen. I think I'm the only pickpocket in the world that can take somebody's stuff when they know it's going to happen. I'm still going to be able to do it. So you got a credit card?
Sure.
I've got some envelopes. We're going to, grab it out. What you got?
Don't matter.
Yeah, no. Cool. It's nice having a photographic memory. That's awesome. Can you do me a favor? Can you just check that envelope out, make sure it's okay? Yeah, can you put your credit card in there?
I can.
Thank you very much. That's fantastic. The envelope is going to act as kind of like a little wallet type thing. Can you take this pen? Yep. Can you sign the flap for me? Would that be okay?
Yep.
That's amazing. That's great. And on the other side, can you write your name?
Just print it or?
Yeah, do whatever you want to do. I don't really care.
Yeah.
That's great. That's amazing. And what we'll do is we'll seal that up. That's going to be like your little wallet with your credit card in it. I'm going to put it right there. We can't get to it, okay? Now, my technique for picking someone's pocket requires another credit card as well, but we'll use mine. And you'll see why in a bit, because I'm actually going to explain to you how this works. But this is my credit card. You can check it out. And I also have another envelope. You want to check that one out?
Looks good.
And put the credit card inside. Fantastic, thank you very much. We'll just keep it in there. Can you grab a pen for me again? Yep. And this time write Craig, because that's my name. That's
Almost perfect.
That's cool. That's cool. But you're going to need to do the other side as well, if that's okay. So,
Craig?
right, yep, Craig would be good. Excellent stuff. And we'll seal this one up as well. So we have a situation where we have my credit card over there, your credit card over there, and that's all we need. I have to try and get your credit card off you without you realizing it. Hold your hand out for me. Put your other hand on top. Wayne, I can't get to that card. It's inside an envelope. You put it in the envelope. You sign the envelope. That's in between your hands. No way I can get to that. Here's why I need this one. This is why I need my credit card. It allows me to get to yours. Now, what I didn't tell him about my credit card is this is a dead card. It doesn't work anymore, right? So it's worthless for me. You need a worthless card. Anything that you're not really going to use, right? Because all I have to do is switch my card for your card. Now, this goes along the same concept. If you've ever seen the first Indiana Jones film, and he's got to steal an idol, and he switches it for a bag of sand because it's the same weight, same shape. That's what I have to do here. It's difficult because you're expecting it. But if I just do this, did you feel that? No. That would be amazing though, right? Because he would be going home right now thinking he's got his credit card. Open up the wallet. Yeah. Open up that envelope. Rip it open. I don't care. Because when he has a look inside there, he's going to realize that he's got my credit card, and then I'm at home. You can open it up yourself if you want to. I'm at home, and when I get home, I can open up my wallet, and inside my wallet, I actually have...
Oh, it's in there.
It's in there. Take it out, show everyone his credit card. Thank you very, very much. Would you mind sticking around so I can explain this? Would that be okay, Wayne? That'd be great. Thank you. So, this trick came about because I was booked to go and do a pickpocketing gig. An agent of mine rang me up and they were like, hey, Craig, can you do a pickpocketing gig? Our pickpocketers let us down and it's tonight. And I was like, I can do a watch steal badly sometimes, and that's about it. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to come up with some pseudo pickpocketing. And I knew there were a lot of people there, so I knew if I could just do a watch steal and then one other thing, I'd probably be able to get away with it. And I came up with this that day, and I've been doing it ever since, and it is so strong. And it uses, so the starting point for this was French Kiss by Wayne Houchin. Yeah, French Kiss by Wayne Houchin, which is an amazing trick. I can't get away with it because nobody wants to kiss me. And it's just not something that works for me. Shut up. It's something, it's something that doesn't really work for me, right? And what this does is that takes that concept, takes it away from playing cards, kind of makes it more of a, I love the plot of this. And also you're going to learn an incredible utility move. Which is an envelope switch that I've been doing for years, decades, and no one's ever seen this envelope switch before. Anyone seen this before? This envelope switch? It's amazing. So it's from a friend of mine called Mark Leverage. Anyone heard of Mark Leverage? So if you haven't, Mark Leverage is amazing. If you see Key Cutter that I brought out with Penguin, that was Mark's routine, Key Evolution. He brought out a trick in the 1980s called Credit Scare, which was borrowing a credit card and turning it into a kind of like a gag card. There was a whole bunch of other stuff that happened. And there was a move in there, and that's the move we're going to use for this. And when I show you this move, you're going to do, this is so easy to do, you're going to be doing this constantly, I promise you. This is amazing. So all you're going to need for this are some envelopes. Okay, that's all you need. You just need some envelopes like this, just kind of pay-style envelopes. We'll get rid of this stuff. And here's what's going to happen. There's a small setup. Now, you'll reset at the end of every performance. You can do this again and again and again. It's an instant reset. And in essence, all you're going to do is you're just going to have a duplicate credit card in one of the envelopes. Okay, so I just told my bank I lost my card, and they sent me another one. That's how I got a duplicate card, right? So this goes on top of the stack. And then I just put a normal one that's empty on top. That's it. That's the setup. That goes in my pocket, and I'm set to do this. This goes into my real wallet, and that's all I need to know. So when I want to do the routine, Again, notice with a lot of the stuff that I'm sharing with you, hook line for me is so important. What I say to grab people's attention. And the hook line, as soon as I talk about pickpocketing, people sit up, they pay attention, they're interested, right? So I take out the stack, and I hold it flap side up, and I just take off the first card, the first envelope, sorry. I have them look at it, and I'm checking it's okay, and they put the credit card in there themselves. So put the credit card in. How fair is that when you think about it, right? They examine the credit card, they examine the envelope, they put the credit card in. Now this is the switch, and this is genius. I can say that because it's not my switch. All you do is you hold the stack like this, and you're going to apparently put this on the face of the stack. But you're going to come in from underneath, and it's just going to go, this card, this envelope is going to go underneath the flap on the face, like that. And then my thumb holds it down. But look at it from the front, you don't see anything. It just looks like I put it here. And you're looking at the side, you can't see anything. So now, my thumb is holding this flap down, I have them initial the flap or sign the flap. Yeah, go for it. So what's happening here, this really looks like the flap of the envelope they've just examined and put their card in, but it's actually the flap 2 down. So now all I do is I let go, as I turn this towards me, I let go with my thumb, and I grab that flap and pull it out. I'm actually pulling the envelope out second from the face. But from here, how fair is that? I just say sign it on the back. Now the cool thing about that is I'm done. That's already got my credit card in, and his credit card is here. Now as he's signing that one, I just cut the bottom envelope to the top. That's all I do. I just cut the bottom envelope to the top as he's signing that envelope, and I say, let's do the same thing again. Here's another one. And I reach into my wallet, I take out my card, and I give it to you. You examine it and you put it in. Now we're going to do exactly the same moves. I'll do it now I'm showing you what it looks like. This is what it looks like in full speed. It looks like there's nothing to it. It really looks like we're done. And then I just lift it up like that, turn it over, and I say, do you want to sign the other side for me? So they sign the other side. Now, all I have to do to reset this is just take the bottom envelope and put it to the face. That goes in my pocket. I'm reset now. So the rest of it is just presentation. The rest of it is just me talking. The rest of it is just me going on about, hey, I'm going to try and switch these 2 envelopes. You can present it however you want to. It doesn't have to be a kind of a pickpocketing presentation. That fits for me. But what's really nice about this is when they open up, I always get them to open up their envelope first. They see my credit card in there. And then when I have them open up mine, their credit card's in there. It's a really strong moment. And there's no palming. Again, like with every routine I've shared with you so far this evening, there's no sleight of hand. There's no moves. There's no nothing. It's incredibly easy to do. You're just using one very simple move, and that's allowing you to do everything. There you go. Thank you, Wayne.
Great trick, Craig. Great
Thanks, man.
trick.
Thank you.
We have time for just one question. Is there anyone who has a question in the... Yes, sir. You over there?
So I just bought a house last year, so my credit score is a lot lower than it used to be. Will I need to improve my credit score before I do this trick, or can I use a debit card instead?
So we're going to do one final trick. One last one. Have I got time for one more?
Yeah, you got time for one more, and then I'm actually going to shift O's to the end and then bring up our next guest.
Okay, one more quickly.
Yes, one quickly. Yes.
I'm going to go through this very quickly. Hello, how are you? Yes. What's your name?
I'm Simon.
How you doing, Simon? You okay?
Yes.
Great. Simon, can you do this? Of course you can help. Come on up, Simon. Everybody give Simon a big, huge, massive round of applause as he makes his way on stage. Simon, you stand over there for me. Fantastic. Do you do any coin magic, Simon?
Not a lot.
Well, we're going to teach you how to be a magician. How's that sound?
Good.
Are you excited?
Yes.
You should be. First of all, can you do me a favor? Just hold your hand out. Can you just confirm that these are normal coins, no wires, magnets, trapdoors, secret compartments? And they bounce as well, which is good. Are the coins okay?
Yes.
It's a good job they're not gimmicked, really, isn't it? Very good. Thank you, Simon. So, there's a trick in magic that you might have heard of before. I know a lot of these people have probably heard of it, called coins across. And the idea of coins across is the coins jump from one place to another. Normally what happens is the magician will make the coins vanish from one hand and appear in another hand. Have you ever seen that before, Simon? Mm-hmm. You're going to do this trick. There's 4 moves. You have to learn each one of these moves. I'm going to teach you the moves, and you're going to do it yourself. Okay, so the first move goes like this. Watch. In a second, you're going to hold your left. Are you right-handed?
Yes.
Good. You're going to hold your left hand out like this, and I'm going to put the 4 coins onto your hand, and then you're going to cup your hands together. Now, it's really important that you have a lot of space inside your hands. So when you cup your hands together, you don't want to go flat on top because you're going to shake them up and down. You want a lot of space. So cup your hands and then shake those coins up and down when I tell you. The first move is called the shake, Simon. You can probably guess why. You look very excited about this as well, which is good. So hold your hand out for me, your left hand. Very good. We're going to put those right there. Okay. Excellent. Now, what I'd like you to do is cup that hand slightly and bring your other hand on top. Cup them. There's a lot of space in there, yes? Make sure the coins don't fly out and give them a really good shake. Okay. Did you feel anything? You're not going to believe this. Open up your hand. You've got 3. I've got 1. He's just made the first coin go across himself. You're a wizard, Harry. Should we do it again? The next move is called the toss. This is a nice, easy move, Simon. All you do is you put the 3 coins on your hand, and you want to throw them up in the air, but you don't want to throw them so high that they hit the ceiling and land on somebody's head. You do want them to clear your hand, so you want them all to go in the air, but you want to try and have it so that they don't go too high up. Hold your left hand out. Have a practice. A little bit higher. That's perfect. Have you ever done this before?
No.
You're doing a great job. You're doing an amazing job. So hold your hand out for me. Don't say anything, and don't do anything until I say go. Do you see the 3 coins?
Yeah.
I'm going to cup my hands together. 3, 2, 1, go. Just make the next one go across himself. Wow! Simon, you, my friend, are a superstar. Let's do it again. The next one, it's a little bit tricky, but I think that you're ready for the advanced moves. The next one, you make a fist with your left hand. You put the coin on the back of the hand. You're going to flick it up and catch it. Now, don't try and do anything fancy like coming from above like that. You just literally turn your hand over and try and catch the coin. So, just flick up and catch. Perfect. Do it again. You are amazing. Now, what makes this a little bit harder is you're going to do it with 2 coins. They could fly in different directions. Your job is to try and catch. Okay, and keep your hands shut, okay? So don't do anything till I say. Again, I'll close my hands here like this. Are you ready? Go. Oh my gosh, he's a miracle worker. Look at that. Now, the final one, Simon. This is the hardest one. There's a thing you need to know about doing coin magic. Sometimes when you do magic, you gotta kind of cheat people a little bit. You gotta be a little bit sneaky. You gotta pull the wool over people's eyes. Do you think you'd be okay doing that? Good. You trust me, Simon. I promise I'll make you look like $1 million, okay? These 3 coins, can you just hold on to these 3 for me? Yeah. Squeeze them tightly, turn your hand over. Simon, you hold out your left hand like before. Squeeze this coin. Don't let anyone get to it. Now, Simon, in a second, you're going to take your other hand. You're going to wave that hand over. You're going to snap your fingers. When you do, you will feel that final coin disappear. When you feel that final coin disappear, you'll open up your hand. You will show that coin's gone. And hopefully, it will jump past travel somewhere else. And if it does, every single person here will give you a big round of applause. Not for me, but for you. Wave your other hand over. Snap. Did you feel it, Simon? Turn your hand over. That's the final coin. Open up your hand. How many coins you got, my friend? 1, 2, 3, 4. Check that out. So what you've just seen there, by the way, Simon, do you mind sticking around for a minute? What you've just seen there is my favorite coin routine, bar none. So I lectured about 4 years ago at the Magic Circle. Now the Magic Circle, they're not like you. They're not a wonderful, lovely audience like you guys. They can be arseholes, to be perfectly honest. So it's a difficult thing lecturing at the Magic Circle. And I got a standing ovation for this trick. This is one of the very first things I ever created. I put this on a project called Flipped Out 20 years ago. It's not been available for a long time. And at some point, it's going to be coming out as part of a larger project with Penguin Magic.
It is?
Sorry?
It is?
It is indeed. Yeah, it's exciting, hopefully.
Actually, no, we're super excited about
Yeah,
this.
so this uses my favorite coin gaff. It's called a flipper coin. Anyone use a flipper coin? Anyone own a flipper coin, first of all? Anyone actually use it regularly? Not many people do. It's one of those things that a lot of people don't use, right? I love the flipper coin. And if you don't know what I'm going to go through this because we've got so much. We've got so many amazing people backstage that you guys have to see. I'm just going to quickly go through this. But as I say, there is a project coming out at some point where we're going through this in way more detail. But a flipper coin is this. It's literally a coin that flips open. Now, the advantage of this over any other coin gaff is it allows you to let them see the moment the magic happens in terms of vanishing a coin. You can have 2 coins, and it will automatically close when you flick it up in the air. You can't do that with any other coin gaff at all. Any other way of making a coin jump from one place to another, you can't focus on the vanish. If you think about it, whether you use an extra coin or use sleight of hand or whatever, you can't put any focus on the vanish. But with this, I can have 3 coins in my hand, I can throw them up, I can show there's 2. It's beautiful. So, I have 3 regular coins and I have a flipper coin.
Craig, I just have one question for anybody at home doing this. This is a flipper coin with a band in it?
Okay, so yes, very good point. This is a gravity-style flipper with a band on the inside. Yes, that's where the band is right there. The idea of the old school flippers, if you ever saw the old school flippers, they wouldn't open. You had to shake your hand in order to get them to open, and they wouldn't lie flat. Jamie Schoolcraft came up with the idea of having a gravity flipper, which is effectively, it opens with gravity. It wants to open up. And because it wants to open up, it lies flat. Gravity flippers are the best flippers in the world, and that's what you want to use for this, a gravity-style flipper. It has a band inside there, which, as long as you use them correctly, will rarely need replacing, if at all. But that's what this flipper is. It's a gravity-style flipper. Does that make sense? Now, notice at the beginning I handed the coins out for examination. The reason I feel comfortable doing this is because if I hand out 4 coins, it's very unlikely that they're going to see that it's a flipper coin. Well, I've been doing this for 20 years to magicians, and no one has ever picked up that it's a flipper coin. Because if you hand somebody the coins to examine, they'll do what you did, which is just give them a cursory look. And the only way they're going to find it's a special coin is if they grab the correct coin in exactly the correct spot in exactly the correct way, which is very unlikely. So I hand them out for examination. Now, the move here, which you're going to use 4 times, is super easy. All you do is you hold the flipper in your left hand. You're holding it here at the point that's hinged. So I'm holding it here. My middle finger is underneath. That middle finger stops it from opening. If that middle finger wasn't there, it would open. I then pick up one of these coins. Now, you can use finger palm. I use classic palm for 2 reasons. One, it's a little bit better, but finger palm is fine. But the other reason is I spent 20 years learning classic palm, and if I don't use it, I'll feel like I've wasted that time. So that's the main reason, to be honest. So I bring this hand together, I classic palm this coin. As the fingers cover this coin, my middle finger moves out the way, and then I just literally, from here, I just open up the flipper and lie it on my palm. But look at it in full speed. You show the 2 coins, it looks like I'm just putting them here into this hand. It doesn't look like I've done anything, right? So I'm just holding it like this, middle finger out the way. If I'm doing it with finger palm, it's the same thing. I just finger palm the coin, come over like that. Does that make sense? So the premise is having them, this trick's called empowerment. And the reason is you're getting them to do the coins across. So the first move, cup your hands, hold out your left hand. You're going to lie the 4 coins in their hand, right? And what you're going to do, I think it's Ron Jackson that I first saw come up with an idea like this. The idea is that you're going to do the move that I just showed you, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you're going to do that. So you've actually got the coin here, one of the coins here, and this is masquerading as 4, but it's really just an open flipper and 2 others. Does that make sense? You put the 4 coins into the spectator's hand. So they've got an open flipper, but I feel very comfortable with this because there's 2 regular coins on top. Does that make sense? Now, I've got this here. All I do is I do this. You do that as well. I emphasize that I want a lot of space in there. Because when you shake, what's going to happen now when you open up your hand, you're going to see that you've just got 3 there. And I've got 1. Because what's going to happen is as he shakes the coins in his hand, he's going to actually, oh, there we go. I said they never broke. It's not broken. It's not broken. I want you to see. I'm glad this happened because I want you to see. It's not that the elastic band is broken, but the tape has become unstuck there. Can you see that? Which can happen. On the way here, I realized I didn't have any double stick tape. So I improvised, and apparently not well enough, but at least it worked for the performance, right? That'll work. So that's, you know, I've got a spare. I always carry spares. Let me grab a second. Let me grab another one. 1 second.
Look, this is live. This is
There
how
we go.
do things here.
There you go. Yeah, so you want to make sure, I'm glad that happened. It didn't break, but I didn't put enough double-sided tape on there. Because this part here is where your double-sided tape goes. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure there's some that quite strong tape on there. I tend to use carpet tape. But 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So hold your hand out for me. So I'm very comfortable with him doing that. The 4 coins go here. I do this. You do exactly the same thing. You shake up and down. There you go. Perfect. I open up my hand. You open up your hand. And you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, and the first one over there. Does that make sense? Perfect. So the next one then is the flick, where you flick it up in the air. And that's what a flipper is designed to do. Oh my God, I can't believe it. This one has no tape on it as well. I have a spare. Don't worry, I have a spare.
Okay, I swear there's a lot of bits in tonight's show. This is not a bit. Did you plan this?
No. I wish I had. Right.
Also, I just want to point out.
They're not breaking though. I just skimped on the double-sided tape.
Yeah, but I also want to point out you own 3 flipper coins that you travel with.
These are just my spares.
Get on with the trick. We have a lot of show. We got Justin
Right.
Willman coming up. We got Shin Lim.
So we got the first thing, right? So the next one, hold your hand out. So you do exactly the same move. So you come in, you do this, you do this, you do this. So you open up the flipper, right? This goes here. So again, I've got a regular coin on top. Now, I should say one thing. The only time that this has gone wrong is if somebody's worried about throwing them up in the air, they don't throw them high enough and the flipper doesn't close properly. So the reason I get you to hold your hand out like this is because I say, look, have a practice, throw them up in the air. And if they're not thrown high enough, I say, try it again a little bit higher. I'm kind of training them to throw them the correct height. Does that make sense? I don't want them to just like not throw them the correct height. So you then take these back, and if you lose track of where the flipper is, it's very easy to find with sound. So you hold your hand out, you do exactly the same move. This goes here. Again, I've got this in classic palm, so I'm just going to do this, and I go throw. And you've got that lovely moment where the second one jumps across. Now the third coin, you can do exactly the same thing, but with this one, I teach them how to do this. That's the flipper. This is the regular coin. So I say, make a fist, throw it up in the air, catch it. Lovely. So now I do exactly the same move. I open up the flipper, and the reason that I get them to make a fist is because this is potentially the most dangerous position, because there's no other coins here. I've only got the flipper coin. So by having them make a fist, there's nothing they can do to mess this trick up. Does that make sense? So now I go into this position, I say throw them up in the air, catch them, and you've got that lovely moment where the next one goes across. Now the final coin, I spent ages trying to figure out how to get the spectator to make the final coin go. And this is just basically creating an instant stooge at the point of the performance. So, but how I do it is very important. They've seen that I've made them look like the superstar. The first 3 coins, they've done it. They realize that what this routine is all about is them looking like a star. I then say to them, hey, the thing about being a magician is sometimes you're going to have to pull the wool over people's eyes and be a bit sneaky. Are you okay with that? They say yes, and I go, brilliant. You trust me, I'll make you look like $1 million. And I just do a vanish. I just do a vanish into this hand. I pick up these 3 coins and give them to someone to hold on to. So I'm adding the 4th coin into their hand, turn their hand over. Now, I say, hold your hand out for me. I've got nothing. There's nothing here. This is a Roth technique. He talks about if you've got nothing, don't just put it into someone's hand. Take the nothing with your other hand. Because only an idiot would take nothing from. So it's a really nice convincer. So I do this here, and I close their hand, and I look at them in the eyes, and I say, trust me on this. This is going to be amazing. And they go with it. In all the years, I've only had one person not go with this, and I'll tell you what happens with that, what to do in that situation in a second. But the finale is, boom, they open up their hand, you build it up, it's vanished. That, you could start a religion with that moment right there. Not a great religion, but you could definitely, but you can start a religion, right? It is such a strong moment, and I love the fact that the spectator is doing the trick. Now, going back to this moment, if you're a dickhead, and I do this, and I've loaded this over here, and you don't open it, this is what the guy did. I went and put it in his hand, and he immediately opened up his hand. Immediately, and I was just like, oh my God, you've done it already. That's amazing. How did you do that? So if the worst thing happens where they just open up your hand, you just act like that was the moment that the magic happened anyway. So it really makes no difference. But then you've got that lovely moment where they open up their hand and there's 4 coins there. And it's strong. It's ridiculously strong because the spectator's doing every single part of the routine. If there's one piece of advice I can give you when you do this, 2 pieces of advice. I'll leave you with this. 1, don't be scared. I've taught this to magicians in the past, and they've been like, oh, it's a bit scary putting an open flipper into someone's hand. It's really not. When you realize just how secure it is, you'll be doing, this is really my favorite coin to cross routine. It's the one I do pretty much exclusively now. It's really strong, and you don't have to worry about that. The second piece of advice I can give you is when you are using a flipper, make sure you use a decent amount of double-sided tape. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Craig. We have time for just one question. Is there anybody in the audience who has a question? Yes, you, sir. You have a question?
So you said you lectured on this at the Magic Circle, right?
Yeah.
Does this work in other venues other than the Magic Circle, or exclusively that?
Okay, we're going to move on, and probably going to ditch the questions soon.
Hello. You've heard of HelloFresh. This is an all-new, healthier mail-order meal kit from magicians called Whisk and Wand. Want to look more like a young David Copperfield or an old Michael Lamar? Learning to control your eating habits is made easy. We'll help you learn sleight of hand for the next time you get those mystical munchies. With great healthy options like sleight of hand, a meat alternative made from stripper deck paper remnants, false truffle, a mushroom alternative made from the clippings of Nicola Capo's hair, Abra Kebab Dabra, a meat alternative made from beef, some great vegetable options such as Presto Pesto, Sim Salad Bin, Pick a Shard, and Soup or Natural. For those of you who want immediate results with little to no work, we also have our Merlin Award option called GLP-1 DIR. Order now and receive a shirtless photo of Garrett Thomas to help motivate you toward your goals. Whisk and Wand, the world's first semi-automatic meal service with no hidden fees, no mirrors, no thread, no magnets, and no Craig Petty.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited to bring out this next performer. You've definitely seen him on Netflix. He does not normally teach magic, but he has agreed to teach 2 different things. He's going to teach how the printer trick works in his special, and he's finally agreed to teach how the zip code trick works. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Willman. One second. Craig, where's Justin?
What?
Where Justin Willman? Where is he?
He went to go and find Oz.
He went to go find Oz?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I need you. Can you teach a
He
trick?
thought he was on later.
Can you teach a trick that Justin Willman would do?
I'm done. Just the guy with the stupid questions. I
do
hate it.
Just do one more.
What?
I promise I won't let this guy ask any more questions. I'll get somebody else to ask a question.
Really?
Yeah, just teach
How many
one
do you
more-
need?
Just teach one more. Just one trick. Just one trick.
Just one.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to shift things around a little bit. Justin Willman has stepped out to go find Oz Perlman. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Craig Petty.
Hello. How you guys doing? You okay? So in the UK, there's a mentalist that you might have heard of. He's not very well known. His name's Darren Brown. It's kind of a thing. He does this many years ago on British TV. He predicted the lottery. Did anyone see that or hear? He predicted the lottery, right? It was probably about 15 years ago. He went on TV. He predicted the lottery. It was an amazing moment. Everyone talked about it. I hate him for it. Because from that moment on, from now until present day, the amount of times at a gig I get, hey, can you predict the lottery like Darren Brown? And you want to punch them in the face. So this routine was created for one reason and one reason only, to allow me to make it look like I can predict the lottery to an audience. And originally, I only started doing this when somebody asked me the question. I would take this in a gig bag with me, and when somebody asked the question, can you predict the lottery? I go, actually, wait there. Yes. But now I use it, because I saw the reaction that this got, I use it a lot more. This, for me, is something that I do in every parlor show. I do it in every formal close-up show. Because just like everything else that you've seen, it's very, very easy. It doesn't require any skill, really, but it's very, very strong. And the premise, what I love about this is it's a little bit like the routine I showed you earlier, the empowerment routine. I love this because it really gives the spectator the opportunity to make it look like they're predicting the lottery themselves. Does that make sense? So let me show you exactly what it is. Hello, how are you? Good. What's your name? Brittany. How you doing, Brittany? You okay? Yeah. Do you want to help? Sure. Come on up. Everyone give Brittany a big, massive round of applause. Thank you, Brittany. I have 2 packs of cards. I will tell you, they are not normal decks. They are special insofar as, I mean, the backs are normal, but they're special insofar as they're blank, but I wrote numbers on them. Can you see? Different numbers on every single card. I say I wrote the numbers. I got my wife to write the numbers on these cards because my handwriting sucks. So Brittany, what I want you to do is you can just look through them and make sure they're all okay, make sure they're all different numbers. It's not like the same number repeated a million times. And then give the cards a shuffle, give them a mix, make sure they're in no particular order. And when you've done that, Brittany, what you're going to do is you're going to make 6 piles on the table. And those 6 piles, just so you're clear as to what's happening, the top card of each pile are going to be the 6 numbers that you are predicting in the lottery. Because right now, Brittany, you are going to predict the lottery. Okay, so if you could make 6 piles, and that would be fantastic. So the top card of each pile is going to be Brittany's prediction. It's going to be the number that she thinks is going to come up in the lottery. Now, it's very important, Brittany, that you realize that you have a free choice. So would you like to shuffle any of these piles? Or would you like to move cards from one pile onto another pile? You can do that if you want to, or you can leave them. Okay, those are your 6 cards on top of each pile. Wonderful, I love your... I've got this. Right, cool. We have another deck. This is a red deck. It is identical to the blue deck, other than it's red. Obvious. I'm letting you know in case you're colorblind. But obviously the numbers are written in red as well. And these are going to be... You guys are going to be drawing the lottery. You know, like when, I don't know if you have this over here in the States, but in the UK we have a big machine and the balls pop out and it's all an exciting moment when you realize you're broke for another week. Same sort of thing. So we're going to get 6 people to draw a lottery. As I go through, if there's a good number you like, just touch it. That one, number 1. And you even get a choice in terms of which order the numbers come out with. So would you like it on pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? That one right there. Are you sure? Very good. Do you want to draw the lottery? Yeah, sure. You look very excited about drawing the lottery. What number would you like? That one. Number 4. Yes. Another single-digit number. 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6? 2, 4. Number 4, right next to number 1. Very good. Do you want to draw the lottery? Of course you do. Which one would you like? Oh, number 34. What number do you want that on? 1, 2, 4, or 5, or 6? 1. Number 1 right there is number 34. There we go. We're going to come over here. Hello there. How are you? Pretty good. What number would you like? That number 20? Yes, sir. Perfect. 1, 5, or 6? 6. Over there. We'll come to the back. Right there, sir. What number do you want? This one, 48. Oh, 48. Perfect. And do you want that on 2 or 5? How about 2? 2. Last one. Hello there. How are you? Good. Good stuff. What number would you like? This one. Number 35. You don't have an option, unfortunately. It has to be number 5. Is that okay? Yep. Perfect. So, we'll put those there. Right. I want you guys to think about this for a minute. First of all, my friend Brittany here shuffled the pack of cards, and you chose 6 cards, of which we don't actually know what they are right now. And then you guys, between you, chose 6 numbers. You chose number 20, you chose number 35, you chose number 4, you chose number 1, this one right here, you chose number 48, and you chose number 34 in that order. And you shuffled You could have changed the piles round or shuffled each individual pile, but you chose not to. Here's the incredible thing, Brittany. 34. 34. 48. 48. Number 1. Number 1. Number 4. Number 4. Number 35 would be there, and the big finish would be number 20. Brittany, you are a superstar. Look at that. Brittany, thank you so much for helping. Appreciate it. I love that. I proper love that. I really do. And I'm going to teach you how to make it. It's very, very easy to make. Very, very easy to make. I'm going to teach you how to make it. By the way, as well, if you are a table hopper, or you do restaurants, or you do tricks where you're going to be doing the same trick again and again and again, I only really do this in formal close-up shows. This isn't something that I would do. Table hopping, this isn't something that I would do sort of mix and mingle. You do need a table for this, that's important. However, if you are doing mix and mingle, as you're talking to the audience afterwards, you are seeing the reset. So I'm resetting the trick in front of the audience. It just looks like I'm chatting and I'm just putting things away. It doesn't look like anything's happening, but I've now just reset the trick and I'm ready to do it again. So you can do the reset in front of the audience as you're talking about what's happened. So let me explain how it works. It's amazing. You're going to need 2 decks of cards. The first deck, we're actually going to need 3 decks to make this up. The first deck you're going to need is a blue back deck. Blank-faced blue back deck. And you're just going to write 1 to 50 on these cards. Okay? You're going to have about 55 cards in the deck. Throw 5 of them away. You're just going to write 1 to 50. Write them in black Sharpie. Genuinely, I got my wife to write on these. And I have been doing this for about 15 years, and this is the same deck. It will last a long time. So you write 1 to 50 on these. There's nothing special about this deck. The other deck, however, is the very, very special deck. There is only, so this card here is red backed and blank. That's the cover card. You, in essence, have an invisible deck in that these are doubles roughed together. So you can either use roughing spray. I believe that I used roughing spray to make this deck. Not Plasti Dip, it's a different thing, use roughing spray. You can, I made this way before grip sticks were available, but now you can get grip sticks, I don't know if you've seen them, from Penguin, and they are as good as any roughing spray that you will find, and also it won't kill you if you do it indoors either, so that's also another advantage. So grip sticks are great, and what roughing spray is, in case you don't know, is you apply it to 2 surfaces, and when you've applied it to 2 surfaces, those surfaces will stick together. Just like an invisible deck. We all know the invisible deck, same concept. So all I did is I took 26 red-backed cards, and I wrote 26 random numbers on it. I then took 26 blue-backed cards, and I wrote the same 20 numbers on them, and then I roughed the backs of all of the cards so that they stick together in pairs. So that is a pair, that is a pair, that is a pair. You get the idea. So there is a full deck here, but there's only 26 numbers. Now you don't want to just use 1 to 26. I used an eclectic range of numbers and put them in a random order. And that's why this card's here on top. That is literally just a cover card so they see backs. So that goes in this box. Are we following this so far? It's a one-time prep. It'll take you, I don't know, about an hour to make it, and then you'll have it forever. Now, when you do this, you open up. Now, I will tell you, this effectively is a number deck right now. So if you've got other routines that if you do any number deck routines, you can use this deck to do the number deck routines if you want to. But ultimately, when you want to go into this, you have them shuffle the cards as much as they want. That's the nice thing about this. It feels very fair. They can shuffle. And you have them make 6 piles. It makes no odds to you what the cards are on the top of each pile because we're switching them out in a minute. So they can shuffle as much as they want to, each pile. When you've done that, you then bring out the red deck and you take out the cards, let them see the back. And then I spread like this, and I have 6 people. I don't say name a number, because there's a 50-50 chance that number's not here. So instead, I just say point to a number. And they can point to any number. Now, they're all doubles. So when they point to a number, this is 19, it's got 19 on the other side. So you want to keep the packet pointing that way. You don't want to do it like this. Keep it that way. But now I can grab that double and I can say, which pile do you want it on? It makes no difference. I'm loading the blue card onto whichever pile. So the really nice thing about this is they can pick the pile and they can pick the order. They can pick everything. They can pick the number. It feels really fair, right? It really does feel very, very fair. So you just do it however you want to, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You do this. Then I put the rest of them aside, but I turn it over so they see a red back. And as I'm talking, the first thing I do is I square up the packets, and then I'm going to separate the roughings fluid. Now, I know some people struggle with separating roughing fluid. I don't know if anybody here does. A lot of people that I've spoken to do. You will not have a problem with this because you're not separating it in a spread. You're literally just coming over. So you just come over in middle grip and your thumb just lifts up on a single card and it will just take one card. And I show the back. But how fair is that? It just looks like I'm showing them the 6 choices. Again, everything was justified. I was justified putting the cards on top of these piles because I'm letting them choose which pile goes with which card. And I'm justified at this point taking the cards off. But now I'm done. That's the beautiful thing about this. I'm done now. So now I've got this moment where I say 2 and 2 and 10 and 10. 19 and 19, 11 and 11, 48 and 48 and 29 and 29. And what's great is it just uses 2 packs of cards, but it plays to a massive audience, which is just wonderful. It's just a really strong moment. Now, 2 things that I want to point out about this. Number 1, if you want to reset this trick, as I'm talking to the audience, all I'm going to do is just turn the 6 cards over here. So I just turn these 6 cards face down. When I've turned these 6 cards face down, I just pick up the red cards and I put the red cards on top of each pile. And I don't like to, I'm just doing it very haphazard here. Now I pick up this pile and I pick up this one. And because of the roughing spray, when I pull off this 48, it's taking the other 48 with it. So as I'm just taking off these cards, I'm actually pulling off a double, which means that the trick is automatically getting reset in front of the audience. Actually, just take out one. You don't want to take 2 there. Hang on, there you go, like that. You just, that's me rushing it. So you don't want to, you want to just, you just pull it off like that, and you see it just comes off. And this allows you to reset the trick in front of the audience. So you just take off those like that, and now when I spread off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are actually the doubles. So I can just put this here on the face of the deck, and now everything goes back away, but it's reset. I'll give you one more bonus routine. I didn't bring it with me to America, unfortunately, so I can't show you, but you'll get it immediately. If you want to do this and you want to get a kicker ending, what I do is I take a business card. Anybody here use a thumb writer? Anyone here use a thumb writer? You know what a thumb writer is, right?
Oh, yeah, Easy Writer by Franz is an excellent one that you can get on Penguin Magic.
There you go. Well, get yourself Easy Writer, and before you start, take out a business card and just say, I just need to write something down on here. And put the business card to one side on the table. Now do this whole routine. Get your applause, leave everything on the table, and you go, oh, hang on. Put your hands in your pocket and get your Easy Writer. Put your hands in your pocket and you just go, I forgot. There's always a bonus ball, isn't there? And you have the Easy Writer here and you go, if you were going to name a bonus number, what number would you name? And you let them have a free choice of any number. And let's say they say 12. And then you just pick up the card that's over here, the business card. And you say, do you remember I wrote something on this business card from the very beginning? And now you're just writing 12 with your thumb writer. You go, do you remember that? And he goes, yeah. And then you turn it round and it says 12 on it. And then you give them that as a souvenir. So you've given their credit card, you've given your business card out to them as well. And it's a nice way to add one extra moment of magic afterwards. And it kind of reframes the whole routine. When people think about that later on, they're going to feel like they could have named any number. And they forget it, the structure. So yeah, that's the lottery prediction. Thank you.
Greg, thank you so much for that. We have time for We have time for just one question. If there's anybody over here who has a question, so no. Hand the mic over to the person next to you. You're not allowed to ask questions anymore. Yes, sir. You have a question?
Yeah. So where I live, the lottery actually uses 7 numbers. Is this something that will work with 7, not just 6?
Is it something in the water?
Okay. Craig, thanks so much for teaching this. We really appreciate you. I'm so sorry about this. Why don't you go take a load off, and we'll bring up our next performer. Okay. Thank you so much. One more time for Craig Petty, everybody.
I'm Eric Tate.
And I'm Carissa Hendricks.
And welcome to the Magic Update.
Christmas edition.
Craig Petty released a metric ton of tricks this year, none more notable than the Atomic Deck. If you've never seen it, it allows you to perform the any card at any number plot, where the spectator can name any card at any number. And let me tell you, it works 100% of the time, 70% of the time, 30% of the time, when they name a particular number and card combination about 8% of the time.
Rob Lake's much-anticipated Broadway show came to a close a little early this year due to low ticket sales and poor reviews. Unfortunately, critics couldn't tell which ones were the puppets.
2025 marked the 99th anniversary of Harry Houdini's death and the 98th anniversary of magicians trying to profit off his legacy.
The new Tim Conover book, written by Eric Mead, has been released after more than a decade of work. Very well sold, we suspect it will be read by the exact same amount of people who will read the Dan Harlan masterworks.
If you haven't heard already, the 1914 closed, which has caused mentalists around the world to scramble to find out where they can purchase billets. This has confirmed what we have suspected for a long time: mentalists have never encountered scissors.
The much-anticipated Foot and Mouth is set to open in Chicago later this year. Excitement has been contagious. Experts say it's going to be a viral sensation. It's caused a fever throughout magic, although some see it as a rash. It's the hand in the eye not putting up. I see. Back to you, Eric.
Illusionist announced a new mind-reading kit featuring Peter Turner. It's the first time a Kickstarter project has ever been taught by 12 possums in a burlap sack.
FISM in Italy this year was attended by tens of thousands of magicians, and we just want to give a huge thank you to their sponsor, Acme Fumigation Tents.
Penguin Magic released an astonishing 118 physical products this year in what experts are calling an open celebration of child labor.
Concerns are on the rise as content creators turn to exposure videos in order to get more clicks on social media. In response, a task force has been created to deal with the most egregious offenders. We turn now to Murray Sawchuk's front yard.
So you take the green and the red and it turns into the yellow and the blue. Look at that. Just like, isn't that great? And now, to show you how to do it.
Congratulations to Ben Seidman and John Lovick on their incredible contributions to the magic in the Now You See Me franchise third film. We've actually prepared a wonderful reel of the magic that Ben and John contributed. I'm looking forward to their next film consulting gig as the animal handlers in Avatar 4.
Mystify Magic happened this year. The first non-male focused magic convention with over 40 non-binary and female lecturers and performers, seemingly using up the non-renewable resource of women based on the projected lineup for Blackpool.
We interrupt this edition of Magic Update with a Magic Update special news bulletin. With the use of AI on the rise, more and more magicians are turning to artificial intelligence to create videos and marketing materials. Here to tell us more about this is a magician created by the new tech startup, Mid Magic.
Good to be here, ready to get started. Just let me know what kind of magic you would like me to do. My favorite thing about magic is to create a sense of Majumner.
Majumner? Don't you mean wonder?
That is correct. A magician's job is to create a sense of Majumner.
I think this is what the internet calls an AI hallucination.
Hallucination is a brick that can be found in Carbell. Let me show you a brick.
I think you mean trick.
That is correct. A magical performance is often referred to as a brick or an intrusion. What kind of magic would you like me to do?
Oh, I guess that was a brick.
Yes, a brick. Behold, a dove.
Thank you for being here, AI magician. Can you tell me what it's like? Excuse me, are those all thumb tips?
What's a thumb tip? I'm sorry, I'd love to help you with some magic. What kind of magic would you like me to do?
On your hands. Never mind.
I'm sorry, I cannot find a trick called.
Never mind.
Let me know what magic you would like me to do.
I want to see you shuffle cards. Okay, I think that's enough AI magic for today. Thanks so much for joining us, AI Magician. Back to you in the studio.
Fool Us has yet to announce whether or not it's been picked up for an 11th season in 2026, concerning absolutely no one, as most people thought it had been canceled years ago.
Speaking of Penn and Teller, PNT celebrated their 50th anniversary this year with a tour that featured them at Radio City Music Hall, the Sydney Opera House, and the London Palladium. The 50th anniversary is traditionally known as the Golden Anniversary, and Penn and Teller have celebrated it by trying to squeeze every last golden egg out of that damn goose.
Justin Willman's new magic special came out on Netflix this year, a huge disappointment to both Eric and I, as it was too genuinely good to make fun of.
Let's throw it back to future me in the studio, but again, just future me, because Carissa couldn't be there because somebody went to Hawaii without me, where she's going to be staying in a very nice suite.
We have 4 bathrooms and 6 bedrooms.
Okay. I know we've had some hiccups with our guest list tonight. I am confident that our next performer and lecturer is here. We do have a black art table. He's definitely in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Shin Lim. Shin. One second. Craig.
Yeah.
Where's Shin?
He went to get product for his hair.
Went to get product for his hair?
Yeah, he ran out of gel. It's as important as black art to him.
Okay.
Have you seen it? No. Have you seen his hair?
This is live.
Yeah, but he needs that. It's
Can
his
you
thing.
teach
It's like
one-
you walking out with an unkempt beard.
Can you teach one more trick?
What?
Can you please just teach one more trick?
I'm done. I got nothing.
Just
I got one thing.
Yeah, you got one thing?
Yeah.
Okay, can you teach one thing?
Just one thing.
Just one thing.
This is my last
It's
thing.
got to be like FISM level quality, though.
It's based on a Paul Gertner thing.
Okay, that'll do. That'll do.
All right.
Okay, so Shin Lim is going to be here a little bit later, but right now I have for you Craig Petty. Everyone give Craig a round of applause. Yes.
Hello. Are we having fun? Would you like to see the world's greatest card trick? I'm going to show you the world's greatest card trick. We're going to do the world's greatest card trick. It uses a deck of cards, obviously. It uses a pen, and it actually uses a wallet. You'll see why in a minute. But first of all, we are going to need somebody to pick a card. Now, this is not like a normal card trick. This is not the sort of trick where you pick a card and I find it. You know, it's way more impressive than this. So, who am I going to do this to? I'm going to do this to you, if that's all right, my friend. I'm just going to have you pick a card. It makes no difference. You just say stop anytime you want to. Stop. Right there. Are you sure? Yep. You're happy right there. I'm allowed to see the card. The Ace of Spades. The reason for the pen is so that you can sign the Ace of Spades. Is that okay? Yep. But I want you to sign it on the back, not on the face. Yep. So you take the pen. There you go. Sign it. Nice big letters so that everyone at the back can see the card. It's really important that everyone can see it. Sign the card. That's great. And I'll take the pen back because that's how I got it. There you go. Wonderful stuff. And we'll take the pen back as well, and we'll take the card back. And there's the card. Can everyone see the card? Now, the reason that I had the card signed on the back is because that way you can see the card the whole time. You know that if you look at it over there, you can see it. Likewise, if it's over there, you can see everything the whole time. I want you to keep one eye on the card, one eye on me, and one eye on the wallet. I say the wallet specifically about what's inside the wallet. You see, I did something, and I put it inside this wallet earlier on. I actually went to the Penguin office, just around the corner, and I photocopied a piece of my anatomy. Shut up. Probably the most important piece of anatomy that I have.
Craig, this is a family show.
That's my hand. I'm a magician. It's Can you all see that? That is actually a photocopy of my hand, and there's a reason that I actually do this. And I want you to watch carefully and don't blink for a second. I'm going to use this photocopy in a kind of an interesting way. It goes right here inside the wallet. And there's a trick in magic called card to wallet, where a card, for in this case your Ace of Spades, would disappear and appear somewhere else. The wallet, for example. I'm going to see if I can do that. Watch the Ace of Spades. don't blink for a second. Because you see, if I take that ace of spades and I do this, it looks like it's disappeared. It hasn't. I'm palming it. This is what magicians call palming. It means holding something secretly in your hand. The interesting thing is if I snap my fingers, I'm still palming it, but not here. Let me explain. Over here, inside the wallet, there's that piece of paper. There's that photocopy of my hand. And yet now, when I open it up, your card was the ace of spades, right? The interesting thing is now, I've got the ace of spades. Thank you very much. Thank you. But this is the thing. That is actually your ace of spades. I can't prove it, though. The reason I can't prove it is I can't turn the card over. I can't prove to you that that is indeed your ace of spades, unless I did a little bit of magic. I want you to watch your ace of spades jump from the deck into here, put itself onto the picture, but if I snap my fingers one more time, what actually happens is it becomes real. Because now, when I open it up again, the ace of spades is still there, but now, as you can see, it's turned into your real ace of spades. There you go. Thank you for helping, Wayne. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
That is a great trick.
Isn't that fun?
That is super fun.
I love that. So here's the thing. This is my starting point was, who's read Steel and Silver by Paul Gertner? It's one of the greatest books of all time. I'm sure we'd all agree, right? Full of workers. Every single trick in there is amazing. And there's a routine in there called, I think it's called photocopy, might be, or photocopy card or something. And it is effectively, Paul described it as photocopying your hand, and then photocopying your hand with a card palmed, and using a Z-Fold wallet or using a Himba wallet to have that moment where the card appears in there, which is great. And I did that for the longest time. And then I thought, wouldn't it be great, though, if you could actually make it the signed card? And it took me about 5 years to get to this point. And I've never lectured this before. I've never shared it before. This is the first time actually sharing it. This is probably my, at the moment, as it stands, as of time of filming, this is my favorite walk-around piece. And I'm going to share it with you because getting the signed card into here is even stronger than having a card go into a wallet, and it's actually easier to do as well. So, to explain it to you, you need a Z-Fold wallet. This is the same one as before. And you need two pictures. Now, these are not photocopies. I literally just took my iPhone, I took a picture of my hand, and I just sent it to a printer. And I just took the same picture with an ace of spades. Now, I do this all night, which is why, whenever I do this, I have, in my gig case, a one-way deck of ace of spades. So I can very easily do it again and again and again, right? So, there's one more thing that you need. It took a long time to get to the point where you just saw it, but you're going to need one other thing, which is a double backer. Double backer is going to make everything work. So you've got two ace of spades, regular deck, one double backer, and you're good to go. In the Z-Fold wallet, you're going to put on one side, and how you fold this is important. You fold it like that. So that space right there in the middle should be about the size of a playing card, right? So you're going to fold this one up here like this. That goes in the that goes in this side over here, and then you've got the other picture, and that goes in the other side, like so. That's your setup. It resets itself pretty much within about 20 seconds, so it's perfect for walk around. But that's that. That goes into your pocket. Now, when you want to do the routine, you're going to need a small setup on top of the deck, which is the ace of spades, the double backer, and the ace of spades. So what I typically do when I'm doing walk around, if I'm not doing this as a standalone piece, is I'll close up the deck. I'll put these three cards here above the flap. So when I want to go into a trick with a pack of cards, I'm going to put my finger here on those three cards, take out the deck, and give the deck to someone to shuffle. I'm going to put this down here. I'll do whatever I want to do with this. Probably a 47-phase ambitious card routine. Keep it nice and succinct. When I've finished, I put these back inside here. I'll say, hey, do you want to do, actually, should we do one final thing? And I've loaded those cards on top of the deck, right? You can palm them on. It's totally up to you. But ultimately, this is your setup, right? So, you're going to have, I bring the wallet out, but I don't really show them what's in there. You're going to force the top card, okay? So any force will work. I think I just used a riffle force, but any force will work. And you're going to have them sign that card. So I'll just sign it and put Craig on here. You sign it on the back. Okay, so you sign it on the back. And as they're signing the card, you're going to get a break underneath the top 2 cards of the deck. So you're going to get a break underneath the double backer and underneath the other ace. You then take this card back. You put it on top of the deck face down. Blow as if you're just making sure the ink's dry. And then you turn all of the cards over. You're doing a triple turnover. You're turning all the cards over. They still see an ace. And because of the double backer, I can just drop that down onto the table now. And it feels really fair. They're convinced that that's actually their card because they just saw it a second ago. It's the ace of spades, right? Their card is actually here face up. So I get a break underneath the top 2 cards. And now I draw attention to the wallet. Open up the wallet. I just put the wallet there on the table. And you're going to open up this, this piece of paper and show the picture of the hand. And I always use, hey, I took a photocopy of my favorite piece of anatomy. Now I'm going to load their card into this. And it's the easiest thing in the world. If you can't do this, give up magic and take up knitting. Because you're going to have more cover to do this than any steal you've ever done. Because all you've got here is you've got the break underneath the 2 cards. You're just going to, literally, I've just stolen that card. Now, all that's happening is I've got the break here. Without this being here, I'm just going to reach into the break and pull that card out. And my thumb just goes on top like that, keeping that double backer on top. But they see here, and it just looks like I come over here to close this up. And as I've done, I've stolen that out. It's so easy to do. It's ridiculously easy. So this just goes here like this. Now, if you want to have it appear face up, you can just turn that over before you fold it up. It's completely up to you. But all I'm doing from this side is I'm just feeding it into the middle section. Like that. So it's actually going right there into the middle. But it just, doesn't it look really fair? Like, it just looks like you're folding this up. But I've already loaded the card into this. Now, I put this back into the Z-Fold wallet, and if I had somebody sitting here with me or standing here with me, I would gesture to their hand, use the same turnover that I taught you before, and I'd have them hold that in between their hands. So now, you just have to get rid of this. And I typically use a Erdnase change. You could, if you want to, just put it into the middle, but I think palming it makes sense. You know, so if you don't know the Erdnase change, you know, just push that card forward. Use the heel of your hand to pull that card back, and then it goes on top like that. I'm sure we all know the Erdnase change. But what's nice about it is it allows you to make it look like you're palming that card off the top of the deck. So this goes here, and you've got this lovely moment where the card vanishes, and you say, well, it's actually still being palmed, but in the picture. Now, you're a room full of magicians. When I did this to you, and I opened up this net here, and I pointed out that the card was in there, it got a kind of a muted reaction. And the reason is, as magicians, we know what I've done, right? I've just forced a card and I've just turned a wallet over. It's not like there's anything revolutionary there. But this, to a layperson, is ridiculously strong. It's ridiculously strong. Because they saw a picture of your hand a second ago. They apparently had a free choice of card. The card has vanished from your hand and it's now in the picture. They think that's the end of the trick. Now, you guys didn't ask the question, but more often than not, somebody at this point will say, oh, but it's not my signed card. And if they ask that question, it's amazing. And I'd say probably 8 out of 10 times people do that. And it's a great thing because now this second phase is almost like something that you're making up off the cuff to answer their question. But if they don't, I do what I did with you there, and I'll say, hey, sometimes people ask me if that's their signed card, and I say yes. Now I'm just putting this back in here, and I'm doing that same move as I say, now you probably don't believe me, and the reason you don't believe me is because, you know, how could that be your signed card? It's a picture. Well, I'll prove it to you. Now you just snap or do whatever you want to do, and you open it up one more time. It doesn't look like anything's happened. Now I can put this away. Everyone's focus is here. And now I open this up. I open this up, and you've got this lovely moment, which is just really great, where you open it up and they see the ace of spades right there. And the picture's changed, and the ace of spades is now in its place. But they're still kind of thinking, well, maybe that's not my signed card. And then you turn it over and you show it's their signed card, and it's such a strong moment. Sometimes I'll give this out. Other times I won't. I'll just give this out. I do have lots of these in my gig bag, so if I give them out, I can just get another one. But it's great. And what I love about it, and one more thing to add about this, is I think it's really important when you're performing magic, close-up magic especially, that you understand the difference between the actual moment of magic and the perceived moment of magic. And the problem is sometimes we make those moments the same. So the actual moment of the perceived moment of magic is when the magic happens. The actual moment of magic from our point of view is when we're doing the move. And realistically, I think that you should separate those moments as much as possible. And that's what you have here. This is loaded into that piece of paper so early on in the routine that by the time you actually show that it's in there, you've gone like 2 or 3 minutes further along and they just don't remember. Does that make sense? So it's really important to try and separate the actual moment of magic and the perceived moment of magic. But this is one of the strongest things I do. When you open up this and you show the card and you turn it around, it's their signed card, and you give it to them as a souvenir, it's great. And to reset, all I have to do is close this up, take out the wallet, open the correct side. Very important. Put this inside the wallet, put the wallet away. Now, if I've got a bunch of ace of spades in my top pocket, I've already got that ace of spades there, so I just need to flip this one over, pop another ace of spades on top, and I'm reset, ready to go again. There you go. Thank you.
Craig, that is a fabulous trick. I think I want to start playing with that one, at least in my restaurant gigs.
Thanks, man.
We have time for just one question. Is there anyone who has a question about this one? Yes, sir, you?
So this is kind of a two-parter, and I want your advice. Not only does my printer only print in color, but the bigger issue is my hand is nowhere near the size of a full piece of paper. So what kind of advice would you have in this scenario?
My advice.
Craig, I think we're going to move on. I don't think we need to answer that question. I really appreciate it. Thank you. One more time for Craig Petty.
Thank you.
From Alica Glam Cosmetics, Lucy Darling brings you a new release after the popularity of New Deck Odor. Tenkai Balm, a cream that helps you exfoliate, and leaves you looking blue dewy. Dewy. To take you from rough and smooth to hydrated with a royal blush. These are puns. Get yours today.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think Shin Lim is coming.
What?
I have no idea where Justin Willman is. Yeah, and I don't think Oz Perlman's going to make it either. So I was going to have Michael Amar come out here, but given the track record of today's show, I don't think Michael Amar is going to make it either. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring out Craig and a blonde mustache and have him teach something from Easy to Master Miracles. Is that okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Petty in a blonde mustache. If you just I don't know, teach some rubber band stuff, or
I can do the cups and balls.
could you just
Hey, my name's Michael Amar. And you're as good as an L&L organ.
just stop it?
What?
This is the Christmas special is ruined. We couldn't get Carissa here. I had to fly to Vegas and film something with her. And they were expecting Shin Lim and Oz Perlman and Michael Amar. Christmas is ruined.
You have to believe in the magic of Christmas.
Michael Amar?
Eric!
Merry Christmas.
Are you real?
I am real. Merry
Would
Christmas.
you teach these people some magic?
Are you kidding? Merry Christmas, everybody.
And afterwards, would you stick around and do a comedy bit with us?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lamar. Craig, go get that mustache.
You never looked so good. How's everybody? Yeah? Okay, wow. They told me that this was going to be like a fun evening, and maybe I should try some things that I haven't done in quite a while. So I'm going to try some things I haven't done in a while. And let's see, something simple to start with, just with a couple of $50. If I do this, the coins travel across. Now, you may not have followed what happened because you didn't know what was going to happen, but now you know. I'll do it again, and this time I'll add 2 more coins. Okay, so 2 and 2. 2 in the left hand, 2 in the right hand. If I do a little flip like this, coins travel across, leaving 4 coins across. I'll do it again. Even though you didn't ask, I'll do it again. But this time I'll add one little extra thing to the mix. I'll add an extra coin. Okay, so nothing's happened yet. 3 coins here, 3 coins and a quarter there. If I give a little squeeze like this, all 6 coins travel across. But I'll do it in a little different way this time. This time I'll do it 1 coin at a time. So if I flip like this, 1 coin travels across. That leaves 2 coins here, 4 coins here. If I do it 1 more time, flip, goes across again. That leaves 1 coin here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins over here. I'll try it once more. It'll flip like this. 6 coins go across. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins. But here I'll add one more little element here. I'll put something different. And any guess? Well, it's $1 in each hand. It's $1 in each hand. But if I give a little squeeze like this, it's $1, but it's just 4 halves. Okay, so this is just, I'm just beating one move to death here, and just thought it would be nice to demonstrate it in a variety of ways. It's called the gallows pitch, and it's a very simple move. It's a version of the hang ping chin. But instead of slapping your hands down, it's more of just a toss onto the table like this. And the idea is the left hand goes along this path, the right hand would go along this path. So as you're going to toss, and as you pick this up, you're tossing it in the direction of the right hand. Okay, so it's like this, and it's just one of those things that really looks nice for what it is. The same thing with 2 coins. You're just tossing both coins like this, With the 6 coins and the quarter, where did I put that quarter? What? On the table under the $1. Ah, it's under there. Yeah, good. Thank goodness you're paying attention. There you go. And that's the same as with the hang ping chen. You're throwing just the coin that time. All the coins go across. But now this gets into like I think a clever little moment here. You steal one of the halves as you're putting this coin away. So now there's only 5 coins out there. So the left hand takes 2, and the right hand takes 3. But now because you're a coin behind, it ends up like you're a coin ahead. Because now it looks like, okay, now there's just 2 coins here. But now you do the pitch with 1 coin, and now there's 4 coins over here. but now you're a coin ahead because of being a coin behind. And it goes the same. Now you only got one left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. And so the final coin travels, this. But now you only have 5 coins here, so it's a false count. You put 1. The first one goes on the tips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so a little false count with coins. But then that final phase, there you've got 2 halves in each hand, $1 here. So now you're doing the gallo pitch with the $1, thumb palm of the $1. Now you just got the 4 halves. And there you go. Yeah, Lou Gallo, Mike Gallo, carries on the tradition. So let's see. Oh, you might like this. It's really just it's a gag more than anything else. But you fold a piece of paper in half, like this. Let's see. How would you do that? Oh, probably should have done this the other way. Like this, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Fold a piece of paper in half, you tear it, like this. And tear it like this. So now you have this identical shape here, like this. Now you roll the front part down like this. Now you're going to need a surface. And I notice we have this wonderful magic book here.
Absolutely.
So now you have a situation like this. You use a little magic stickum, and when you put that onto a printed surface, it creates the perfect illusion that it's a torn surface. You'd be surprised how much fun you can have just doing this, and a nice home on wallpaper. It's actually called the wallpaper gag, a nice wallpaper in a museum, on a nice piece of art. But yeah, so it's wallpaper. It's just a fun bit. So
You're not allowed in the Louvre anymore, are you?
Yeah, no, at the Louvre. I did put a card on the ceiling at the Louvre once a long time ago, which reminds me, here, maybe I can try something like this. I probably should have had this. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Make sure that's a regular deck and it's all shuffled, no special stuff. Find a card that you can sign your name on. Okay. Go ahead and sign your name on that card. And now I want to try something that I really hope works. But there truly is no guarantee here. But it's worth trying. If it works, it'll be great. And I'm going to go one step further, tear a corner off for you, and I'll sign that little corner for you. Put my initials on there. Okay? There you go. All right, so now we've got one card that's got a corner missing. Place that back into the deck, give the cards a shuffle, and I will show you the secret to this trick before I do it. I should actually show you the secrets. There it is, secrets. That's how I spell it. And let's see, what have I got in here? Here it is. Now, you know what that is, of course. Yeah, it's a variable tension gripper. It's a very expensive technology. And I'm going to lock this deck together. Just as you've mixed it. And let's see, I call your attention to the ceiling. It's such a, it's just a lucky shot. If I hit the ceiling in a lucky way, we're in business. If not, you'll have a great story to tell. If I take that deck and I toss, let's see. there you go. Oh, good catch. Oh, it sticks. One card sticks to the ceiling. And you can...
Did you get that in between the ridges? Michael Lamar, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
No one else could have done that.
I put a lot of wax on there. But you can... I was thinking you could confirm. Yeah, no. Huh. Here's an idea. I could take this corner and toss this. Oh, is it going to stick? It's probably not heavy enough. There you go. Nope.
One more time.
No, it's not going to work. Oh well. But you still have a good story. This is, I used to do the coin on ceiling, and they would go the same way as the deck. And then so I used to stick a thing. I think I need a half on there. Really, I just got cheap in my old age because it needs a little weight to get it to stick. It doesn't have enough weight to get it to stick. Nope. But anyway, I'm sure you're familiar with the idea on the card to ceiling. But what's interesting is when I was first starting out, the way you did the card on ceilings, you put rubber bands around it, just have their card on top, and hope it makes it to the ceiling. So you really couldn't do it on very high ceilings, right? I kept wanting to do it on higher and higher ceilings, and then I thought maybe I could take the deck and put a little slit in the card box and control their card to the top. And when I put the deck in, leave the top card out, push it into that slit. And that way it sticks to the deck a little better. But still it could fly off if you spin it in a certain way. So then I thought maybe I could do it with a rubber band. And so with the deck in your hand like this, you have one corner to corner, and you buckle. And so now you have really just one corner underneath the band. You add the wax to it, and you're just doing this sort of thing, and push and spin, and the spin pulls the card free. And so that was a big deal for me for a long time, because I couldn't walk into a room without checking the ceiling out. But this is a hard ceiling, so what I did, I took three big balls of wax and put it in different places on the cards. If any part of that would hit, it would stick, hopefully. But it's fun with the corner missing, because now you don't have to buckle. That one corner is already out, which makes controlling the card easy too. But yeah, the card on ceiling, I've had so much fun with it over the years. One time I was at a place where to find a flat spot, you kind of had to move around back here and do it. And I must have buckled 2 cards because this one time I did it, 2 cards stick. And these guys look around and go, "Oh, it's not my card." And when they turned around, then that one card fell. It's like, well, what was your card? And I've tried many ways to try and make that happen intentionally. That's really, it's really not an easy problem to solve. Like some time delay flap card or something like that. Another time, Steve Wozniak is an amateur magician, and I performed at his house a few times back in the 90s. And the first time I said, I do a trick where a card appears on the ceiling. You mind if I put a card on your ceiling? He goes, "Oh, I insist. You got to do it." And so I did. And it's a beautiful ceiling. 3 or 4 years later, I'm going back to his house, and I'm thinking, boy, it'd be so cool if that card is still on the ceiling. And I walked in, and he had taken a picture frame and put it around the card. On the ceiling. Oh, you kept it. And he goes, it's the best conversation piece I've got. So there's any questions about just the card on ceiling in general? Come, I hope you try it. It's a fun thing. Let's see. Here's an idea. I'm going to share with you what got me into magic. When I was just a kid, my parents took me to see a magic show. And the magician comes out and he takes a scarf just like this. And he wraps it around a microphone stand. And the scarf passed straight through the microphone stand. I thought, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So eventually I found a magic shop and I went in. I said, do you have the trick where the magician takes a scarf like this and it passes straight through a microphone stand? He goes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Fred Capps used to do that trick. He'd walk out, take a scarf, and it would melt straight through the microphone stand. That's the trick I want. He says, unfortunately, he never explained the secret to how it's done. So I never did learn how to do it. But when I do learn, I'm going to come back and show you. Because whenever Fred Capps would do something like this, he would get a tremendous round of applause. Oh, thank you. It's just the El Duco reel. El Duco has been gone now almost 20 years. I bought this off El Duco himself. Been using it over 20 years. And it's just a standard scarf through microphone stand where you just wrap it around. But if you keep your finger there, you're covering that thread like this, and you just let go of this. Just keep the scarf moving like this and let go of this. The first time I started doing this in the mirror, I thought, how the heck, why does this look so good? And so I had a guy film it in super slow motion. And let's see what's really happening here. And what it is this isn't moving like a serpent. You know, basically, this part of the scarf doesn't move. It just comes straight through. This part goes down and back inside that part. So it doesn't move like a traditional serpent moves when you fluff it out like this. You know, only part of it goes down and back. But this is the kind of thing that you can watch 10 times and still not really wrap your head. Does anybody want to try it? You know, the good news is that Andreas Sebring of metal writing in Sweden bought the rights, and for the first time this year, these are available. So you're holding this down here, and this is free, and you just do that, wrap that around, and you don't want to hold this tight, and they'll see it move. But if it's fluffed out, like that, down and back.
So I come like this.
There you go.
Here.
There you go.
Fluff it.
You have a future. You have a future at this. It learns it in 10 seconds. That's pretty good. So let's see. Do me a favor and just think of a card. You have one? Yeah. Okay, that was pretty quick. Do me a favor and change your mind. Think of a different card. Okay, because sometimes people think of their favorite card, and I want you to think, what card did you think of?
Six of Hearts.
The Six of Hearts. So you're thinking of a card that you didn't even think you would think of. So how could I possibly know? Well, I didn't know, but the deck knows. If I give it a little shake, one card will reveal itself. And I'll go through and see if you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, wait. Oh, one card has revealed itself. And you were thinking of the Six of Hearts, the only card that was different in that deck. But I have to confess, it didn't actually change colors. it changed places with the six of hearts I had over here in my pocket, kind of telling me when, and so they switched places. But sometimes people don't think of the six of hearts. They think, I'll show you what I mean. Just tell me when to stop. Is that good? Let's see what you got. 10 of diamonds. Now, if you had thought of the 10 of diamonds before the six of hearts, I'd have done this. And they'd have both been the 10 of diamonds. So it didn't matter what card you thought of. Okay? So, this is just the version that I started doing of Chicago Opener years ago. And here's the, to go into it, you just have a new deck stack so that you, these two cards are on the bottom. And so just name any card.
8 of clubs.
Okay, so that's stacked clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. So the eight of clubs is 8 cards from the bottom. And so while I'm just saying, look how fair that is, I can go straight to the 8 of clubs, do a spread control, and then just do kind of like a turnover pass to put the red card on top of it. Okay? Now, do your double lift. All right? And, but to me, you know, having that card on top just seemed like you'd want to pull it out from someplace. Sometimes I would take it out from the card box like that, just palm it on top of the card box, pull it out. Sometimes, you know, just pull it out of your pocket over here. Yeah, so now you got that. Now their cards, the matching cards on the bottom, you can do this little thing where they say stop, and basically it's a one-handed bottom deal. If you just break that card loose and seem like you're tossing that onto the table, the card just comes right off the bottom like this as you're doing that. So now you do this, this. There you go. So just a version of Chicago Opener. A version of Chicago Opener. So let's see. You would be perfect for this trick. Would you like to help with the trick? Yeah. Tell me your name. Jay. Jay?
Jay, yeah.
Help me up here if you wouldn't mind. You may be thinking, why would I be perfect for this trick? And I'll show you why. First of all, I want you to pick a card, pull any card out and show it to everybody. There you go. And place that back into the deck there. Now, how much do you weigh?
130.
130 pounds? Well, it just so happens I have a 130-pound card. That is the Ace of Spades. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'll drop that onto the floor. Stand on that with your left foot. Okay? I asked one guy, I said, how much do you weigh? And he goes, with my glasses on or my glasses off? And I thought, what difference does that make? He says, well, if I don't have my glasses on, I can't see how much I weigh. So now if you were to kind of lift your right foot a little bit, there's 130 pounds of pressure on the Ace of Spades. Okay? Now, how tall are you?
5'9".
5'9", great. This happens to be called the 130-pound, 5'9" card trick. Okay? First of all, I want you to take your right hand and put 65 pounds of pressure on this half of the deck.
Exactly.
And 65 pounds of pressure. Now there's 130 pounds of pressure on the deck. I asked this one guy, how tall are you? And he says, with my clothes on or my clothes off? What difference does that make? And he says, with my clothes off, I stand like this. I said, but if you put that about the height of your head, so there's 5'9" inches between the Ace of Spades and the deck, right? But what I want to do is I want to reach into here and take out one card, all under 130 pounds of pressure. And I want to throw it underneath your foot. Now there's 2 cards under your foot, where we just put the 1, okay? Now to make it twice as hard, I'm going to take one card out, turn it upside down, and put it back into the deck. Now, if that did happen, there would be 1 card upside down in the center of this deck. I'm the only one? It just happens to be the ace of spades, the card that was previously underneath your foot. Underneath your foot for the first time, what was the card you selected?
8 of hearts.
The 8 of hearts. The 8 of hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Yeah, so this is just like one of the most mileage you can get out of a double lift. You guys have just recently put out the Irv Weiner book.
Yes.
I saw Irv Weiner do this about 50 years ago. He went through West Virginia performing at the colleges. I got to see him for a half dozen years performing at different colleges up there. And Irv was great. You know, he was the only person that I'd ever seen get a standing ovation on stage from 1,500 people, basically doing close-up magic. He was the first guy I ever saw perform big audiences just working out of a briefcase. And so this couldn't be easier. The ace of spades on top. Whatever card they get, you just control that card so that it is now on top of the ace of spades. Do a double lift. And so now with that double lift, you're going to drop off the ace of spades and then drop their card onto the stage. Just do a cut, and then the rest is just interacting with the spectator. That turns out to be your 130-pound card, and underneath their foot, the 130-pound card that they selected. There you go. Let's see. Any questions about any of these things?
I had one question, actually. Can you cover how you turned the ace of spades over in the deck in that last one?
Yeah. So it's a double on top.
Okay.
So I turn the deck over.
Oh.
And then I drop off that ace.
Okay. I miss you turning the deck over at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then you just cut it back in, and you're on your way.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it's like some of the most fun for the least work that you can have. And it can play for 50 people, 100 people kind of thing. Okay, so let's see. I've got one more thing I want to share with you guys. Where did I put it? There it is. This is one of my favorite effects I want to share with you. I'm going to float this over to you like this so that you can make sure it's just what it seems to be. And I have a few coins here. All right? Just a beautiful ounce of silver. There you go. Make sure that those are just what they seem to be. How does that scarf look?
Great.
No trapdoors, no mirrors, no funny stuff. Coins, just like they seem to be. There you go. The reason I use these things is so that you can tell what's happening all the time. There's no question what the situation is. 3 coins inside the scarf. You can see the coins, hear the coins. You can feel the scarf all around the coins. Watch the coin in the center of those 3 coins. I'll show you all around before I do it. But if I just give it a little shake like this, the coin in the center passes straight through, leaving the other 2 coins behind. Hang on to that for me. But let's make sure that nothing's changed, that no threads have moved, no holes have opened up, 2 coins still inside. I'll give you a choice. Would you prefer the coin on the top or the coin on the bottom to pass through?
The bottom.
This one?
Yes.
This one? I'll show you both sides before I do it. Watch that coin. I just give it a shake. There it comes. Oh, man. That coin passes straight through. Hang on to that for me. But now you know what's going to happen. And you know where it's going to happen. I'll even tell you when it's going to happen. But first, I'm going to completely circle the coin with the scarf so there's no way it can come down near the edges in order to pass through the material. All I'm going to do is snap my fingers. Just a snap. Ready? Well, I didn't say anything would happen. I just said I would snap. Are you right-handed? Yeah. Hold out your right hand for me. And I'm going to place the coin into your hand. Close your hand. Turn your hand upside down. Now you know what the situation is. There's one coin left clenched in his fist. There's the center. There's the coin. Watch my hand. Relax your grip some. There you go. Because if I cast a shadow, final coin passes free. While it's still inside his fist. Wow. There you go. Thank you. I have friends that only perform this in restaurants, which tells you that they play it as small as this, or at a corner of a table. But sometimes I do it for 100 people, and the only difference is just the body language. The body language is more open and more out, and I'm floating the scarf more, that kind of thing. But, I think body language is one of the most important things in sleight of hand, and I'm surprised it's not mentioned more. But it's not like you say, there's a coin in this hand, now there's a coin in this hand, it's not in this hand anymore. It's all body language that's doing that. And everybody interprets body language even without knowing that's what they're doing. But an audience trusts body language more than they trust your words, because they know you can script your words. What they don't realize is that you can script what your body says to communicate very specific things. Anybody that stands in front of an audience should study how to look open and fair and happy to be there, Now, I only use 3 coins, so I have to take the coins out, put them back in between each, and that's what this first person is there for, is an excuse to take them out and put them back in. And so again, I kind of make this play big, floating this over to him. And then the larger the coins, the better. The heavy coins kind of hold the scarf in place, whereas the scarf can move lighter coins, like this. Now you're just going down to the center, like this. Now as I take these coins back, notice that I don't regrip or anything like that, because these coins fit my hand in a way that allows me to do this. If you prefer, you can do a thumb palm or a finger palm. Just hold one back, cover, and put it right back on top, because now you can look like you haven't started. The bottom coin's already out, but now you get to go into it really fair, like this. I put the top coin onto the bottom, which sandwiches that middle coin. So I hang on to it, and I regrip the scarf. And if I come up like this, now there's like a billow of scarf over all 3. And with those heavier coins, I get to show the coins all around. And the heavy coins hold that all in place, spread it out. And then again, the way you hold the scarf can kind of emphasize that half in, half out look, like this. And then that's what shows there's not a hole there. But now I have to take them out. And I do that so that I can come back to this person and show them, that nothing's changed. 2 coins still in the center, like this. I put one on the fingers and one on the palm. That's so that the fingers can just do this little flex as I cover, and that coin drops in to the hand. You can do it when people are looking, but I don't. Again, this is something I learned watching myself on video. There's a lot of things that a mirror just won't show you. But video, you notice it. And what I was noticing is my body language is saying, look, right? And then I used to do the move here when my body is saying, look. But now I use that body energy to create an offbeat. Okay? And I'll give you a choice. I just do it when I'm talking to the spectator. So the bottom coin's already out. The progression is the first coin comes out the center, the second coin, the spectator says that coin, and the third coin comes out in the spectator's hand. So I'm flipping this coin back and forth, top coin or bottom coin. Wherever he says, that's where I leave the coin. Okay? And I say, okay, I'll show you one more time. There you go. But now you get to say, oh, that coin? Ah. And you make the coin that they selected pass through. For the third coin, you know, the old timers used to say, really do the move if you want to learn the timing. So if you really do the move, that's kind of the timing that you're looking for. So, but I'm going to do this, and then this. This, and then this gives it back as you brush, okay? So it's just a little rhythm of putting, brushing. Now I turn it end for end, and that gives me that ledge the coin's going to rest on, right there. And that opening, I want to follow that opening the whole way, so the hand's just going to move straight down like this. I tuck that in, and when I grip here, I don't let go. I just a few gentle twists as I'm pulling it through my hand, like this, okay? But see how that thumb kept that spot. The majority is here, so when I let go like that, sometimes it looks good. This time it looks good. But sometimes it has a lip like that, and you want to be able to turn it into the rest of the scarf if that happens. You ask the spectator, hold out your right hand. Now, I used to say, now you know the coin is inside the scarf. But one time the coins were cold, and the woman could feel the coin. She goes, oh, no, it's already out. Okay, I won't say it that anymore. So now what I do is I put my thumb on the coin, the ring finger clears the scarf away. Say, I'm going to put the coin into your hand. Close your hand. I help them turn it over. I just say, I'm going to put the coin into your hand. So if that's what they feel, they don't need to tell everybody, because I just told everybody, you know. And so, but now you just have to make sure they're not holding too tight. Relax your grip just a little bit. There you go. Cast a shadow. Final coin passes free. Still inside his fist. And there you go. There you go. Okay, my friends. That's what I came to share with you. I hope you have enjoyed the part that I came to play.
Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank Craig and thank Eric.
I do have one question, though.
Yeah.
That material is so floaty and delicate. Do you happen to know what that material is made of?
It's a chiffon of some kind. It's a fashion thing. Sometimes they're easy to find.
Okay.
When they're out of fashion, they're hard to find. I found a batch when I was in China last year, and I loaded my suitcase up with them because when they're hard to find, they're hard to find. But it's not a juggling scarf. The juggling scarves aren't quite sheer enough. You can tell when it's a double layer. So it just has to, if you go to my website, we've got them in white and light red and light blue. And yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, thanks again so much. Would you mind sitting down? And we're going to bring Craig Petty back out. There was something we did last year that I thought we would try again, and we'll have you sit right here. And Craig, join us over here in the orange chairs.
You were great, man.
Hey, man.
I loved watching you.
Brilliant, buddy. Gentlemen, as you know, Penguin Magic has we carry both of your products, and we allow users to have reviews. And so
it's a terrible idea.
I know. This is, so what we did is we had the Penguin Magic team, the P3 Magic team, went through and found reviews about our products for us to read. I have not seen these, but our staff...
That's your excuse?
Yeah, that is my excuse. So Craig, these are yours, and Michael, these are yours. I'll go ahead and start off first here with my first review. I'm gonna read this out loud for everyone. This is from my Eric Tate Live. This felt less like a magic lecture and more like watching a guy realize halfway through that he should have become a podcaster.
Let's be honest, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
Yeah,
not wrong. That was,
the truth hurts sometimes.
Craig, let's hear one for you.
Okay. Okay. This is for the stick up that I did with Matt Wright, and he has. This review is. What a great name for a trick that makes you feel like you've just got robbed. I'd just like to publicly state that that's Matt's fault, and the only time you'll ever see a bad review of one of my products is when I'm with him. So that's all Matt Wright.
All right, Michael, what have you got?
What have I got? Oh, the little hand. Okay. Pro tip, do not perform this where the little hand comes out of your zipper at children's parties.
Okay,
well,
we're going to move right on.
You know what? It's funny you should say that. I mean, it's like the only thing I carry with me.
I thought you were going to go into your zipper then.
No. But here's the way I do it now. I say, oh, yeah, examine this coin. You know, it's actually a Canadian coin. Trump has a new plan for how to pay for the wall. He's going to get the Canadians to pay for it.
Let's see. I have one here. For out of the zip code. Actually,
I love that trick.
You gave me an award for it.
I did. It's an amazing trick.
Please take my advice and literally do the exact opposite of everything Eric suggests in this video. Okay.
What? That's a great
Signed,
trick.
Your mom.
Just got burned by Michael Lamar on live TV. That's fantastic.
I've dropped my review. Right, okay, here we go.
What do we got here?
What we got? Okay. Okay, this is for Evoke. I'm seeing a pattern here. The only thing this evokes is a deep feeling of regret.
True. Okay,
oh, another little hand. Why are they picking on the little hand? Do not perform this on stage. The prop is too small for large venues.
You see, you can't find anybody who can say anything mean about Michael.
No.
So it has to be.
It has to be about my little
hand.
hands.
Yeah. All right, so I got my last one here. This is for my first trick, suit cut to order.
Another great trick.
Why would I perform this if I already own double cross?
What?
This reviewer is right. If you don't perform my tricks, just perform double cross. All right, what's your last review?
Oh, this is a lot. Oh, God. Okay, hang on. What we got here? From Mind Blocks. What can you say mean about Mind Blocks? Okay. I purchased this because Craig said it was his favorite trick, only to find out that another trick released a week later is also his favorite. Anyway, 1 star. Looking forward to purchasing your next favorite trick when it's released.
All right, Michael, take us home.
Okay, easy to master card miracles. Okay. These are not easy to master. And definitely not miracles. You lied, Michael.
Well, thank you all so much for coming to the Penguin Magic 2025 Holiday Spectacular. I think there's only one way we can close this out. Michael, would you read us a bedtime story?
You want a bedtime story?
I want a bedtime story. I think I got a book here, and I think we have.
What have you got?
I think we've got a story. Would you mind?
Oh,
Right,
this my
this
goodness!
story right here. And I think I think we need to have some people around, and
Oh. Hello. You're so cute. Okay. 'Twas the night before Magicmas. Okay. 'Twas the night before Magicmas. Backstage in the dark. Not a spotlight was glowing, not even a spark. The top hats were polished, the doves fed with care, and hopes that the great Copperfield soon would be there. The cards were all stacked by Shen Lim with precision, each deck and its box a magician's decision. Pen in his jacket and teller quite still, they finished a trick with a pickle of dill. The moonlight on smoke from a flashpot's display gave the shimmer of wonder to every array. When, what was wondering eyes should appear, but a levitating sleigh pulled by doves in the air. With a slick-suited driver so charming and chill, we knew in a moment it must be Darren Brown's will. More rapid than rabbits, his magicians they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dynamo, now Lim, now pin and now tell her. On Craig Petty and Ryland, on the capo, you wild feller. To the edge of illusion, to the peak of delight, now vanish away, let's mystify night. And then, with a flourish, there came from the floor a trapdoor that opened, revealing much more. As Dynamo leaned in closer, adjusting his mic, up rose David Blaine, cool, calm, and psych. Around him the others performed one by one, each trick more impossible, perfectly done. Shin Lib made the air swirl with ribbons of smoke, while Piff made laughter appear as he spoke. Penn bent a spoon, Darren guessed someone's dream, Copperfield vanished, the whole technical team. Dynamo smiled, producing champagne, while Willman performed magic for humans named Jane. When the show was over, soft as snow taking flight, may your sleights be invisible, your applause be bright. Keep the mystery alive, both humble and bold. Happy magic must to all, may your miracles unfold. There you go.
Thank you so much to Craig Petty and Michael Lamar and all of you for being here.
You were great. You were great.
Thank you to our live audience and all of our technical team who made this happen. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.
All right, this is the shocker. Newly appointed Secretary of War against the exposure of magic. We're here in Las Vegas right now, raiding the entire town, and we're sick of this stuff going on in our neighborhoods. We've got one raid going on in North Las Vegas, one raid going on in South Las Vegas, and one going on in your mom's house. But we won't talk about that one. I, right now, have a dastardly criminal who's right outside this door. We're going on a raid. Follow me now. Let's get him.
So you take the green and the red, and it turns into the yellow and blue. Just look at that. And now this. Oh man, it was a double left. It was a double lip. I mean, seriously.
Once again, the Department of War against indecent magic exposure has taken another violent criminal off the streets. I want to make sure that magic is safe for everyone who lives in their parents' basement, for everyone who goes on the internet, that no secrets will ever be revealed again. Nothing is ever going to get past the Department of
I'm on
War.
there.
Okay, wait, what?
That's how we're doing it. Okay. Look out, bitches. Here we go.
Wait. Get back here. Get back here, you son of a bitch. Get back here.